All right, greetings and salutations to everybody out there in YouTube land. I'm going to go ahead and get the stream going. The Sarge, Tony LoBretto, he's going to be joining me on the mic and the screen once he gets done cooking some food for his enjoyment this evening, him and his wife. So just a couple things. If you haven't done one of these live broadcasts with us, basically we're just going to talk, call out the plays, things like that. Feel free if you got questions or thoughts in the comment section, go ahead and interact with us, whatever you guys want to do, just have fun with it more than anything else. So obviously we still got about, 17 minutes or so to kick off. So I'm going to go get a couple things real quick, get myself all set. But by all means, hopefully everybody's getting ready for this game. Grab your favorite soda, grab your favorite chips, whatever you got to do, get ready to do this. So hopefully the dogs and the cats don't get too crazy, but this time of night, I know my favorite cat does tend to get a little bit crazy. So I'll be right back. Give me just a moment.
Just another way to save with the personal price plan. My good neighbors, State Farm is there.
Subway is now slicing their deli meats fresh. That's why the garlic roast beef is preferred by this QB.
Preferred by QBs with some beef, like us.
And if we prefer it, we know you'll prefer it too.
All right, here I come. You guys can hear me, I'm sure. All right, and I'm back. So as I said, getting everything ready to go here. Sorry for any kind of delays or whatever. Most of you probably already know Taylor Decker is going to go. Montgomery's going to go. Sounds like Kirby Joseph is not going to go for Detroit. So, I was really hoping he'd come back, but why wouldn't you want him back, right? If you guys got any score predictions, go ahead and throw it in the comments section below. I mean, you guys all know the drill. If you haven't yet subscribed, please consider doing so. If you can, go ahead and hit that like button to help the channel, the broadcast go. Now, you guys are aware I can't show the game, but we'll just talk our way through the game. The Sarge and I will give you guys some insights as far as what we're seeing. You guys can throw yours in the comment section. I mean, by all means, have at it, and then basically just make this interactive. Make this, us all being Lions fans, watching the same game, celebrating the successes of the team during the game, and obviously crying about the lack thereof if it happens. But this should be a good one, a good real test for the Lions. I'm expecting them to come out, the Lions, in a little bit more heavy formation, try to pound on that Green Bay defense, especially that front, which I think you guys are all aware hasn't been the greatest stopping the run. Jordan Love, I get he's going to get some weapons back. He's going to, have Jones back to help with the run. The Lions have been pretty good about shutting down the run. The Pack have not been great at running, so something's going to have to give. Either that or something's going to just stay the way it has been. And yes, like I said, my cat Moose, he is a little crazy this time of night. Hopefully it doesn't affect the show. Some people have said that Goff isn't great on the road, but help me out here. I'm trying to remember the last time he's had a really bad game on the road. Can you guys? If you do, let me know. Let's go. Only game in the nation. That's right. It is America's show. It's the deal. All right, you're going 27-13. I'm going to go with 27-14. I think the Pack keep around, but I will say this, just like last week against Atlanta, if Detroit can take control of the game early and put some real pressure on that Packer offense, become one-dimensional. More importantly, Jordan Love to have to do something he hasn't really done all season at a high level, and that's complete passes in the crunch. I do get that in the fourth quarter against the Saints, Love did some good things, but you're going to have that. There's a reason why he's a starting NFL quarterback. He does have some abilities. Can he do it consistently? That's the real question. T-Born, I haven't seen you in a bit. Let's see. We've got to win tonight. I agree. No excuses come tomorrow. It wouldn't be the end of the world if the Lions lost, but I would say this. Sure wouldn't hurt if they won. The Lions, it's hard for me to say that it's hard for me to remember another time other than the last year and a half when they've won 3 in a row. Now you got an opportunity to make it 4 and 2 in a row at Lambeau Field. Man, I cannot remember the last time anybody talked about the Lions winning 2 in a row at Lambeau Field. I mean, you would probably have to go back. I'm testing my memory here. Probably back to Bob Gagliano, Rodney Peete, Eric Kramer, and all that crew, maybe in the 80s, early 90s, something like that. So if somebody actually knows the answer to that, go ahead and throw it in the comment section below, because to be honest, I don't remember the last time they won 2 in a row. Kurt M, the bat himself. About time you did this again. Yeah, I enjoyed doing it. So if you guys haven't seen this before, the Serg and I, when he gets on, we're going to talk about the formations we see, just, general commentary, but you guys too, feel free to talk up, let us know what you think. And if somebody can, let me know, how's the mic working? We all good? I think it's good. I mean, nobody said anything yet, but if you can, let me know if it's responding A-okay. I do got my water, so I will be taking some sips every once in a while, especially since I got to talk a lot. So, what I'm going to be curious out of Green Bay is what are they going to do to try to stop the Lions offense, especially the run, because let's be fair, you don't stop the run, you don't stop Detroit. Garland 93, somebody you're going to have to tell me what that means. I don't know. I see the photo where it's a kind of reference to, what is that movie? Dodgeball. So if there's a meaning there, I'm not privy to it. But time to cook the rice. I'm going to guess that's an old school saying, because I remember people saying, talk, don't cook the rice, or something like that. Had a coach I worked for in college for years, Hall of Famer Ron Welch. He would use that phrase quite often. All right, so as you would expect, Lambeau Field packed. You got Hutch on the screen coming on out. You got just under 10 minutes to kick off, and I'm going to say this: Hutch reminds me a lot, and you guys throw your thoughts in there too. He reminds me a ton of Bruce Smith, and again, I'm showing my age a little bit by saying that, but he does a ton with the way he plays, his hand movements, his shoulders, the whole shebang. I said that when we drafted him. He reminds me a ton of Bruce Smith, and Bruce Smith was one of the dominant Hall of Fame players for the Buffalo Bills when they went to the Super Bowl 4 years in a row. And unfortunately for Bills fans, lost it 4 years in a row. It is what it is, though. So, how's everybody's day been doing? Pretty good? Hopefully. And on JMJ, you're going to have to, is that a name? If it is, sorry if I'm killing it, which I'm sure I am. I mean, everybody gets on me about how I say MCDC's name. I just, when I say Campbell, I pronounce the P and I get in Campbell. It's supposed to be silent, and obviously I'm pronouncing it, so don't get after me too much about that. All right, here we go. We got some highlights the last Sunday. You got the Falcons going down, Hutchinson getting the strip sack, MCDC all out there with Anzalone celebrating. And then, of course, last Sunday against the Saints, Green Bay overcomes a 17-0 deficit to lead the comeback. Say injuries don't impact the game, but, Derek Carr goes out of that game. And, the Saints just aren't quite the same after that. All right, so if you got any score predictions, go ahead. We got, whatever it is, about 8 minutes till kickoff. What do you guys think? I've said what my thoughts are. I think we're going to get roughly a 27-24 Lions victory. I get the pronosticators for Amazon Prime. Everybody picked Detroit other than one. One did pick Green Bay, and I get it. I mean, not everybody's going to agree on this matchup. Barry Williams, what you got here? Need to execute on all 3 phases tonight. I agree. Special teams gets overlooked a lot. I'm pretty sure anybody who's a football fan gets that. And it's when you don't pay attention to it that it probably does something to affect the game, and hopefully you're on the right side of that. Last year, Lions caught them napping, but like we talked about on Lions Talk Live a bit, I think it's easy to play when there's no pressure on you, especially when the other team has pressure on them, like Green Bay did last year. Green Bay knew they had to win to get in. Say what you want, but players get tight, coaches get tight, people do things they might not normally do. The opposite, I think, was true for Detroit a year ago. They could play loose, they could play wild, they could, just get after it. And because of that, they could just, they want to go for it on fourth down. So what if they don't get it? It's not going to end their season by any stretch of the imagination. So I'm sure from what I'm seeing, to what you guys are seeing, I'm sure YouTube has some form of delay. Nothing I can do about that. So if there is a delay, let me know. But I see Jordan Love out there now. Jared Goff's out there. Everybody's getting introduced. Lambeau Field, tons of lights. It looks good out there. Looks good. Got Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit out there announcing your typical Thursday night football crew. And, hey, we're going to see what happens. But I'm Detroit. I want to shut down that run. And if you watch the pregame show today, love the – yeah, that was I'm trying to remember who got me that, Barry. I want to say somebody – oh, boy. I'll say, yeah, it had to be last season sent that to me. And, man, I was actually going to put it in the background behind me, but I was like, that might be too distracting. So I left it alone. And now that I'm on the laptop getting ready for this broadcast, I'd have to go back upstairs to put it on the broadcast. And I ain't going to worry about that much. So anyways, I think getting back to what I was saying before the Avatar comment, and thank you for that, Barry. I do think you got to force Love, if he's going to roll out, you got to force him to throw across his body to his left side. The kid's just, and he may get better and better and better. Hopefully that's not tonight where he gets better. But I think he struggles with his accuracy, rolling out to his left and throwing across his body complete passes. He's mobile. He's just not mobile and accurate, in my opinion, yet. But he's going to have moments where he looks better than others, like any athlete, especially one that's, this is only his fourth start of the season and of his career, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so we got a little bit of a commercial break. And when we come back from the break, I'm sure they'll start going through the national anthem, things of that sort, start getting ready for it. All right. So let's see if there's any updates on the game. Nope. And, yeah, all the news chatter at this point. Excuse me. Pretty much what you would expect. Just not a whole lot going on an NFL night on a Thursday night. So, trying to think what else. I'll be interested to see. Last week against Atlanta, you saw that there were a lot of times on second or even third down, especially third down. They moved Hutchinson inside. Campbell out wide as a linebacker rushing, and then Derek Barnes, as you guys are probably aware, also outside as rushing linebackers, ends, whatever you want to call them. And I thought it was pretty effective. That might have been one of our best, I thought, packages for getting after quarterbacks, especially mobile quarterbacks, which, you'd have to go back to the prior coaching staff to just remembering how long we have struggled on defense stopping a mobile quarterback. So is what it is, though. You gotta find a way to correct the problems. Sorry, as I dropped my phone and checked my message that just came in. I do have to try to make sure I don't fall too behind on work. Yeah, just some of the things that happen as you work in life. All right, so checking out a few things here and there. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, bada boom, bada bing. All right, by the way, in case I forget, let me get to the banners. All right, if, I do have to pay bills sometimes. So if you are considering buying or selling a home in the state of Michigan, maybe think about giving me a call. I can bring to you over 30 years of service in the real estate industry. I can work anywhere in the state of Michigan. So the Upper Peninsula, Detroit, Lansing, wherever you want, St. Joe, Niles, Ann Arbor, across the state of Michigan. If you need someone to help you with buying or selling a property and maybe help you save some money in the process, feel free to give me a call or text. 269-998-2384. All right, and with that being said, guess what? We got he's joining us live and uncensored. The Sarge, Tony LoBretto. Sarge, how you doing tonight?
What's going on? Well, I was having some television
Sarge,
issues.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
All right. Can't hear you, Sarge. Let's
Can't
see
hear
if
me?
it's something on my end. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, that's a good start. All right, I think I probably know what the problem is. Hold on, I actually know that wouldn't be that. So, I'm trying to think what to do to get you. Let me try to troubleshoot here while we got a couple minutes before, before everything goes live. All right, hold on. Sarge, keep talking.
I'm talking right now.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
How's that?
I can still hear you.
All right, there we go. We got it.
me?
Yep, I fixed it. So, hoo-ha. All right, so people are loving the kneecap biting avatar we're using, and throwing
Love
some
it.
thoughts. Yeah, I thought that was a pretty good one. So, pat myself on the back. Sarge, break it down for us. What are the keys to a victory here tonight for the Lions?
Well, let me tell you, Dano, I think the defense is going to stand out just as well as they did on Sunday. I think they learned a lot from the debacle that was the Seattle game, and
Amen.
I think they're gonna go for it. They're gonna go hard. The offense definitely needs to score often early, to force Green Bay into a passing situation, and get Aaron Jones. He's supposed to be playing. Keep him off the field, or keep him from touching the ball. I see big things from they. One thing they didn't do last weekend, even though it was a good game and they won and all, is they didn't spread the ball around. Only 4 different people caught a pass. So they need to spread the ball around, get Raymond and Reynolds more involved. Obviously keep St. Brown, throw it now that Montgomery is back. They definitely need to start getting, split Gibbs out wide. Let's see what he can do down the field or in the slot or something. Get him more involved in the passing game, because at the beginning of the season, that's what we thought he was going to be more of, is a passing guy or a receiving guy. And so far, he hasn't really shown that. Looks like they're about to kick off. Sorry, I wasn't on earlier. My basement setup wasn't working, so I had to move back up to my living room here. So I'm watching from the living room.
All right. So it looks like Goff's about ready to go on under center. So hopefully you're on the same time frame as I am, because here we go. Goff. See the formation here. It looks like he's under center. 2 receivers. Going to give it a run up the middle, and you'll be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage there.
All right. So they're in the huddle right now, so I must be at least 15 seconds behind you.
All right. Well,
he's just getting up to the line of scrimmage right now.
Well, spoiler alert, what just happened?
Run up the middle. Got it.
Yeah. Well, I'll try not to commentate the play-by-play, and we'll just throughout the night, guys in the comment section, let us know where you're at with things. I get everybody's going to have different feeds, but Detroit not off to an impressive start, but it is what it is.
You can't have a good offensive series every single time.
This is true. Hey, I'm looking at the bright side here. I don't want to say anything because I want to give out spoilers.
No, Raymond just lost 2 yards. That's what I just saw.
Correct. Yep.
I wonder why ours is. Are you on Prime?
Yeah, I'm on Prime. Yep.
I wonder why we're so far behind over here.
And that's a horrible start to the game. Yep. Yeah, you're not gonna like this one.
Oh no.
Wow. Unfortunate for the start to the Lions. And,
oh my God.
Yeah. So he had him.
What the hell? What?
Didn't see.
What was he looking at?
Oh, he had somebody across the middle, but he did not see the defender who was right by him. I mean, he had St. Brown, but yeah, not a great
Was
start.
he open though, or I mean, obviously not, but
No, he was.
oh,
he was not
jeez.
tackled. Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like he didn't. I don't even know what to say. I'm
Yep.
just watching
You're
the
gonna have
replay now.
Yeah. You're gonna have to overcome. So
That's the opposite of what I wanted to happen. I said score early. I meant the Lions.
right, and yeah. Well, it is what it is. You know, you can't change
Hutch?
it now. So you're
Oh.
gonna have to move it.
Hey, at least Hutch moved him out of the. Does that count as a hurry?
That probably would have been a hurry.
He leads the NFL in QB hurries. That's why I was asking. I'm not
Boy,
sure
it's-
what a hurry is exactly, like the definition.
Gets the quarterback to scramble, like to leave the pocket.
So like that.
Yep, like that. So yeah, if Detroit can somehow keep him to a field goal here, that would be huge, and you're going to be happy with that result there. As yeah, I'm trying not to say anything, Dr. Detroit. Let me tell you, where are you in the game? I'm used to being the one that's like 10, 15 seconds behind.
Yeah, I'm usually waiting for you to find the play.
right. So
Hutch! Was that
yep,
Hutch?
so
A little bit
that
of
is
Lee
Hutch.
McNeil. Hutch is doing the dance.
we are dancing.
I'm
So hopefully
dancing.
Dr. Detroit or somebody else can let us know where you guys are in the feed, because I've got 3rd and 19. This hurts. Hey, up it's all right. Well, hopefully, it's I'm limited what I can say here, but Mr. Nico, hey, I'm hoping that you're having a little fun with this. So same with you, Dr. D, and everybody else who's watching.
Hey,
You know,
we're trying, man. We're trying.
We are trying.
We're just
It's
having
just,
fun.
Having two different feeds here. So, hey, Tone, what are you watching it on? You watching it on Amazon Prime, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
All right.
Is that what you're on?
Yeah.
Why? No.
You might want to see if you can move yours forward. No, I mean like it's like
if it's like click play
Fast
live
forward.
or whatever.
yeah, like see if you can fast forward it. So yep, forward with the pick leads to 3 points. So not the start the Lions wanted, but it's the start the Lions
The defense stopped him though. That was good.
That is true. So some way, the Lions have got to find a way to. They got to go down and put up some points on. And I would say not just match a field goal to field goal, but they need to go down and score a touchdown.
Yeah, they do. You know, that's. I don't want to say, the first half of last season, Goff did throw picks and he fumbled a lot. I wonder if, you and I have talked about this before many times, especially in the offseason, that, the not playing in the preseason, maybe that rust is still there. I know it's 4 games in at this point, and interceptions are going to happen. No NFL quarter. There's only, I think I saw this morning. There's only 4 quarterbacks in the first 3 games that haven't thrown a pick that as far as the 32 starters. So
Right.
So picks are going to happen, but that's his 3rd one now, in 3 straight games.
It is.
So is he not seeing something, or is it just shit luck? One of them. Which one was it? One of them I don't think was his fault, but that one was definitely his fault, and he's got to clean that up. He's got to start. And again, he was going to St. Brown on that one too. I don't know where he was going. I can't pull it up off the top of my head, but kind of like last year, he kept trying to force his Hawkinson, and that's where almost all his interceptions came from was throwing to Hawk. And when Hawk got traded, he quit throwing interceptions. So, let's figure this out.
So you're saying we got to trade St. Brown?
I mean, is that gonna? No, never.
Yeah, so he did have Laporta underneath wide open. He wouldn't have gotten the first down. I get what he was thinking with trying to force it to St. Brown. I mean, he was there. He just didn't see the safety playing underneath, and obviously that was a problem.
Yeah, he saw him for sure.
Yeah, I mean, Packers were playing, soft zone coverage. They were only rushing, I think, 3, if I remember correctly. And yeah, they dropped a lot of guys in coverage, and obviously Goff wasn't anticipating that.
Yeah.
So, all right, here we are kicking off again. But the good part is only down 3-0 after the turnover in the red zone. I guess you'd say of the Packers. But anyways, Goff now on a hot streak nobody wants. 1 pick in the 3 games. But you know what? If he's going to grow up, if he's proven that he's going to be the guy to get a contract extension and that he's the guy to lead the Lions for years to come, then this is a season he's got to do it. So
absolutely. We talked a lot in the summer about what we expected from Goff this year and what we expected from the offense. And I said if they could just maintain what they did last year, I think Goff hit his ceiling last year, and that's not a bad ceiling to be at. He led the team. He was very good, especially the last 10 games. So maybe if they can just get the offense going a little bit better, they'll be all right.
And you and I have talked about it. I really do think, and I hate hammering to death, but they do need another receiver, somebody who's can makes an impact. And man, there's Gibbs diving forward. I think he's going to be I got to remember your.
It's all good.
Right. It's a good run there by Gibbs. You're probably just about to see the play.
I'm like one play behind you, basically. No, it's fine.
So, anyways, I mean, Lions going to try to get the first down here, and probably not a spoiler for you there. And they're going to run it. They're going to get it.
Woo!
You may want to place a bet.
Yeah. Anyone? I don't know. One of my dogs is sleeping on the couch next to me right now. I guess he doesn't care about the game.
He's in a place of zen. He
is. He's like, wake me up when the game's on the line at the end.
Montgomery nearly fumbled that ball. That would not have been a good start for Detroit. All right, so pay attention to the type of D that the Packers keep playing. They're only rushing 4 on every passing down. The thing I'm not liking early, and maybe Ben Johnson is trying to set something up, but when Goff is in the shotgun, they've ran it so far. And I get they've only had a couple plays, but every time. So they are having tendencies. And every time he's in the shotgun, they're only bringing 4 people. They are dropping everybody else into zone coverage, and they're telling Goff he's got to beat it. All right, so
are they trying to, Goff is the number 1 QB when it comes to play action passes or play action in general. So maybe they're just keep running it to try to set up that play action, but eventually they gotta start slinging this a little bit. It looks like
they're gonna have to do something because right now it's gonna be 3rd down, and I'm gonna say about 5. And the teleprompter says it is 5. So Green Bay, like you and I talked about in the preseason show, they still got a D. They still got a very good D. And right now, Detroit's going to have to pass their way out of that D. And there's a pass that you're going to like to see. I think it's Laporta, and Laporta is going to take it a ways. I thought that was almost a horse collar tackle at the end, but I don't see a flag, so maybe not. And like I said, it would have been a kind of iffy one, but
hey,
Laporta,
man, he keeps this up. He's in the Pro Bowl, like I know it's early, but I'm not, but he's definitely a safety valve for Goff that, he doesn't have to rely on St. Brown every single time.
Correct. And I'll say this, this kid, he's a difference maker. I don't think anybody anticipated how good he's going to be, and you're really going to like the results of this one. As St. Brown and his band of renown is in the end zone.
It's funny because obviously you're trying to, but I like your demeanor. Like you're like, all right, that's going to be a good play for you. You're not like I would be jumping up and down, swearing, going hell yeah, all that. Oh God, he was wide open.
Yep, the defender, whoever 29 is.
That's what we need to see right there.
Right, and I apologize, guys. I don't know the Green Bay players where I can just look at their numbers and Sam. Obviously, it was Douglas fell down, and woo, the kick is good, but ain't by much.
Oh,
hey, good by an inch, good by a mile. It's still good.
All it has to do is get in the uprights, man. It doesn't matter.
Speaking of which, did you see there was some college game last week where I think it was last week, maybe it was the week before. The kick went in the uprights, but both officials said no, and that team lost. I mean, it didn't go by a ton. I mean, it was close, but they used the camera on the pylon looking up, and yeah, that thing was good.
Nice. Can they review that? Did they review it, or it's just that the team lost?
Game, it's over. Game lost.
I mean, that would be tough.
Anybody watching and listening at home, if you happen to know which team that was or game that was, I should say, go ahead and let us know. I just remember, I was doing something for work, and it came in where I watched the video of it, and the pylons are here. The kick comes like right inside it. I mean, it wasn't by much, but it was definitely inside. You can see it on the video. Both officials just looking and go, no.
How do they both miss that? Jesus.
You would think the one who's on that side of the upright should be able to see it. The other one, I guess, you're at a different angle, but I think you could see, here's the pylon, here's the ball. I can see it instead of behind. I don't know, but it happens.
Yeah.
Well, Dr. D, what are you thinking of the game so far? All right, there we go. Man, I'm getting a ton of work calls at 8:30 at night. Yeah.
Imagine that, huh?
The phone never stops. So well. Sorry, so we got a sack by Hutchinson, a pick by Goff, a stop by the defense, and a touchdown pass from Goff to St. Brown, along with one heck of a pass to LaPorta.
It can be more affordable if you bump.
I guess if you would say, after each team this far into it, Detroit was up 7-3, you'd probably take it.
Yeah.
Just another way to save with a personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Yeah, you are definitely behind in the feed here.
You can hear the TV?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, could you restart it or something? This is unfamiliar territory for me.
That you're ahead? Yeah, you're usually behind.
I mean, the last time I did the live cast, Dr. Detroit and some other people were kind of cracking up and laughing because we're like, you're like 45 seconds behind, and I was doing everything I could to reboot it and stuff to get it going. And they're like, you caught up. And then like 3 plays later, man, you were behind like a minute. I was like, what the heck?
I will say, congrats to the Tigers today. They swept their doubleheader, and they swept the Royals this weekend, or for this week. They got 3 games left. Miggy, his last 3 games ever. So it's gonna be a fun weekend in Detroit for those guys.
All right, so Love here making some adjustments at the line. Lions, man, they've got everybody up in the box. It is a play action pass, and he's going down. Woo! Is that Benito Jones? I believe so.
Benito.
Sorry, Bugs. It was Bugs.
Oh.
Bugs bugged him. So, the Lions, the last couple plays, I mean, they've put everybody up within about 5 yards of the line. So I get Jordan Love's making some line adjustments. We talked about it this morning. This would be a big tell where he's at in development, because when he's trying to move his blockers around, that's where a lot of younger quarterbacks struggle, and he got caught there. They suckered him. Ooh! And nearly a Jerry Jacobs pick going the other way. Good play by the wide receiver to bust that up. Sorry, Tone.
I restarted it, and it's still behind.
What the heck,
So,
man?
It's all good. I don't know.
You
It's
even got
fine.
cable or something, don't you?
I'll probably what's that?
Don't you have cable or something?
Yeah.
Guys? All right. Well, hey,
All good.
sometimes even those of us that don't have the best service.
I know.
Get a good
That's why I'm like, how are you getting this good?
Lions doing what they did last week. Jack Campbell is going to rush from the outside. He's going to get some pressure along with a host of other people. And boom, there's a flag on the play. A couple people are meeting at Love. Let's see what the flag is, but Love just threw it away trying to get rid of it. Nearly threw it to him. Holding on Green Bay. I'm guessing this will be declined.
Oh, yeah, I see the hold right there on Kaminsky. Is that what they're calling it on? I'm just going with what I see live.
And whoever 76 is for the Packers offensive line, he is moving gingerly to the sideline. And again, sorry, guys, if you're watching. What do you think Bug's future looks like in Detroit? Mr. Nico, I'd say I don't see what the problem was. Maybe somebody's found out what it was. I'm just not privy to it. And we've got whistles before the punt, false start. And that's going to move Green Bay back just a little bit more. Does anybody in the watching or the comment section, does anybody know specifically what the issue with Bugs was? Because he seems to perform well.
Yeah, all the reports, all the Lions reporters that I've seen, none of them have said really that there's anything wrong with Bugs or that he did anything wrong to, upset the coaches or anything like that, because he's been healthy scratches all year, or the first few games, and
Right.
I mean, he seems to be doing all right tonight, right? Like,
I'd say that's a pretty good start.
and maybe it was just maybe it's we're at the point now with the Lions that sometimes good players are going to get scratched because we've got a good core of players, and it's not like anybody on the team is going to play.
Right. I'm guessing there's something to it, but what it is, I mean, who knows? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I do know.
I know that I don't know.
Right. Basically, that's where I'm at with things. I don't have a clue what happened. So,
Right.
but it is what it is. All right. So another commercial. Lions going to get the ball decent. I'm assuming you're caught up to the commercials by now, but maybe
It's in commercials. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty decent setup offensively for the Lions. I'm just checking a few things for work here, guys, in case you were wondering. Just playing a little catch up.
By the way, there you go. The Oberon Eclipse, the Winter Oberon, very good. Little bells plug for you.
All up in their kitchen. Sorry, I kind of got distracted. Did anybody see where we took possession at after the punt return? I want to say we were just
on our side, but close to the 50, probably the 48.
Yeah, I was going to say like 45, 46, somewhere like that.
That could be.
Well, if you can go down and get a touchdown here, you're going to put a lot of pressure on Love and start turning that Packer offense one-dimensional. I get it's still the first quarter, so they're not going to give up on the run yet. But, man, you start getting to the middle of the second quarter, and if we have that kind of lead,
yeah,
in the second half, Jordan Love's going to be under some pressure here. You can see it so far. I mean, his line's held up at times, but I think the problem is, again, we talked about this morning. It's just the Lions have done last week. I think they learned from Seattle. I think Aaron Glenn wanted to just go up and say, hey, everybody just rush their lanes. Don't let multiple quarterbacks it out. And I think he realized from that he's going to have to be more inventive and creative in the defense. And also, we're seeing for the second straight week, Jack Campbell, the pass rusher, is something. I mean, he's able to get after it. And you think about it, Tone, 6'5", whatever he is, 240, 250 pounds, and he's got some, abilities. That's a big dude.
Yeah, I know a lot has been talked about, like our second round picks are outperforming our first round picks, but I don't see that. I don't see that all season long. I think the first round picks are going to catch up. I'm not going to say the second round guys are going to, fall off, because I think they're going to be elite all year long. And Gibbs, I'm not sure why they're kind of slow rolling Gibbs a lot, but Campbell's going to get a lot of playing time, and he's going to make a lot of plays.
Yeah, I think the only one I've been surprised by is just Broderick Martin, but I guess he got enough depth going on there. You don't have to worry about it. But Aon, I mean, yeah, you're right. It was the Packers guard. So this is why I don't like kind of being nitpicky here. But one thing I don't particularly like a lot out of Ben Johnson is just how much when they pass on first down, they come back and run it almost automatically on second down. Now, being said, you're going to see, Tone, that they're going to get some pretty good yards out of it. But it just seems like that tendency, if I can notice that's something that's happening a lot, I would imagine anybody watching film on Detroit is noticing that as well.
Right on.
All right. Dan Campbell looking very stoic and on. Lions facing a 3rd and 3. 6:25 left in the first quarter. And Goff out of the shotgun. And you're going to like this one, Tone.
Right now, I just see them in the huddle.
So if you're paying attention at home, the Sarge, Tony LoBretto, he's experiencing some technical difficulties, and his feed of the game is, I'd say, about 30 seconds behind at least my feed. And who knows?
I'm about to play behind. It's all good. We're mostly here for y'all just for banter anyway.
Right.
We're not doing play-by-play or anything like that. So
Dave Montgomery up the middle, I guess you say a trap play on the right side. And, not a bad result there. Tony, you're going to like it. The Lions' rushing attack is starting to pick up a little steam here. This is about the 4th play in a row. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's the 5th. But, yeah, you got Jackson pulling on the trap. Nice hole opened up. Montgomery goes up. And, the Lions can have a dominant run game. I think it's going to just really hurt Green Bay.
Absolutely. I like Jackson pulling. I think he does a good job with that. He seems quite athletic, for a big old guard like he is. And I'm watching the replay of it, and he took out 2 guys at once. So that was a good play.
You think they resign him this offseason?
Jackson?
Yeah.
I think they have to. I mean, I would like them to. I mean, we need to keep this offensive line intact as long as we can. Obviously Decker's starting to get a little older, but he's still, I mean, you saw what happened without him last week or the last couple of weeks. Like he doesn't get
crazy legs. What the heck? Jared Goff. What the Jared Goff on the scramble tries to actually get to the end zone. I'm just glad he didn't pull an Elway and try to helicopter it in.
Oh, yeah, he's got wide open lane.
If he had one more gear, that would have been a touchdown. But he would have needed one more gear than one gear. If he could get the second gear.
Second.
But I mean, good for him. The Lions rushing attack just taking over.
Loving it. Keep it going.
And they are. And they are doing everything they can to try to shut them down.
Man, he should have kept running for that pylon instead of trying to cut it inside like that.
I'm surprised he didn't. But hey, you know, heat of the moment, you make choices.
Yeah, of course. It's easy to say from my couch.
Right. Yeah, Green Bay, just more people there.
Yeah, they knew that was going to be a run.
Yeah, Mr. Nico, I agree. You don't want him getting hurt. You don't want him getting dinged up and old. Lions have owned the quarter outside of the first mistake, and Detroit, as potentially a side will soon be aware of, is going to have another touchdown on the board. David Montgomery, pretty much goes in untouched. Very little resistance. We're going to have an 8-play, 55-yard drive that it's going to consume a little over 4 minutes off the clock. And Tone, what do you think? What are we seeing here? The Lions rushing attacks, starting to wear out Green Bay's defensive front already.
I tell you, we missed Montgomery Sunday. That's what I can see right now. I love Gibbs, and I think he's going to have an amazing future with his team. But I think Montgomery might have been the biggest free agent signing of the offseason, especially now that we lost CJ. I was thinking about this earlier today, and I think it's probably a good thing, but we don't hear a lot about Cam Sutton out there at corner. And I think that's probably because he's just doing his job.
Yeah.
We don't hear him making mistakes. We don't hear his name called a lot. Not, obviously Brian Branch is stealing the spotlight out there in the secondary, but I think not hearing much about what Cam Sutton's doing out there is must be a good thing, because he's pretty much been locked down the whole year, hasn't he?
It's hard for me to think of anything so far this season where he's gotten beat or burnt or consistently. I can remember like was it Seattle and then Kansas City. They both picked on Jacobs.
Yeah.
Sutton so much. I mean, not like he hasn't given up a pass or something, but I know Jacobs definitely had a bad day against Seattle. I want to say he got and gave up. Gosh, don't hold me to this. I want to say like 10 catches and 160 yards or something like that.
Yeah.
A couple penalties.
And, those days are going to happen. I still think Jacobs is a good corner. He eventually he'll probably take the bench to when Mosley comes back finally. But he's been solid for us. Everyone's going to have a bad game where you get picked on the whole game and nothing's going to go right for you. But yeah, I'm excited for this this defense. I hope now that they're ahead too this far, I hope the defense just peels it back and goes hard, and they can make a few. They can go for it a little bit right now because they're so far ahead, which is what we wanted in the first place. We want to force Love to throw the ball. He doesn't have a bad, he's got like a 7-to-1 touchdown ratio, touchdown to interception, but he's only got a 53% completion percentage. So that means he's missing a lot of passes. So if we can get more pressure on him, keep him at that 50% rate, we're going to be in good shape.
Well, I think, if we can get to about the middle part of the second quarter and keep the score where it is, maybe get the ball back and even add on another 3 or 7, then, Green Bay's really got to start moving away from the run, which is going to open up Love a lot more to some read issues, line adjustments, and his accuracy, like you just pointed out. At this point, and I get, he's only on game 4, but he just hasn't been that accurate. All right, there it is. Green Bay Packers, most TDs through the first 4 starts. Matt Flynn, no stranger to Lions fans anywhere.
I hate that guy.
Unfortunately. But hey, look at the bright side. Stafford and that Lions team made Matt Flynn a whole lot of money.
They did. He was what was he? He was a free agent signing the next year, and they thought he was gonna be like the next coming, and he wasn't.
Yep. And I want to point this out here again. We've been talking about on Lions Talk Live for a while. I think if when you see this, Sarge, you'll see Campbell is the outside wide linebacker on the bottom of the screen, while you got Hutch on the top of the screen and Derek Barnes over the middle. They seem to be doing a little bit more of almost a 3-4 look to try to get outside pressure on mobile quarterbacks. And Love is a mobile quarterback.
Yeah.
Here they got Hutch on the bottom screen and 2 backers. Another run. This one's they're going to get a couple yards. But they're doing everything they can to try to protect Love, and I don't blame them. I mean, if he goes 3 and out on this drive, just Lions go down and score, you're going to put that kid in a world of hurt. And not that I want a Green Bay Packer quarterback to do well, but also saying I get it from a coaching standpoint.
Who's the next guy up after that?
We may have to get some more water in the next break.
He had a very fine career, but I mean, the other 2 guys are right. Okay.
1 linebacker set from Detroit. No, correction, 2.
Into this environment,
Oof!
locations like Brett started, and of course with Aaron Rodgers.
Tracy Walker, I like this guy, and not that this is his fault by any stretch of imagination, but we've talked about Tracy Walker. I think he's a good NFL player. He's just not Kirby Joseph. He's not C.J. Gardner-Johnson, because he is the guy that almost gets the fumble, almost gets the pick, and he was almost there to get the pick that time.
Kirby would have probably caught that, huh?
Kirby probably would have been running all the way upfield for a touchdown, I think.
And again, Hutch got in there. Looked like someone up the middle got in there. I couldn't tell if it was Bugs or Jones or whoever, but they got in his face again and forced another 3 and out.
I mean, pass rush is starting to get there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think Green Bay has a first down yet. They've had 3 possessions now or 4? Let's see.
They got the turnover. I'd say that was
the turnover and then 2 other possessions, and they haven't even gotten a first down yet.
No, I don't think so. And the field goal obviously was a gift. I'm guessing Goff owed somebody money and said, "All right, I got to get a pick out. Let's just get it on the first possession, get it out of the way." All right, Montgomery, first player with a rush TD in each of his first 3 games with Detroit since Barry Sanders in 1989. Little something for you, little information. Lions fans did travel. You got a number of them there at the game. I know a buddy of mine, somebody Mike Stewart is there.
Yep, and Charlton's there too.
Charlton is there too. So, Goff, heck of a catch by Josh Reynolds. You're gonna like this one, Sarge. even the girlfriend Jen, she can't believe what she just saw. She's shutting the door and going downstairs. She's like, "All right, no more. I can't believe it." That's just an impressive catch. Man.
I don't know why he didn't get any catches last week. Like, why was he not more involved in the offense last week?
We talked about the first 2 games of the season. Everybody was trickeration, and Khalif Raymond's going to run for a while. Khalif Raymond is putting on the Jets, and he's going for a bit here. And call from work coming in, but I'm going to go ahead and send this one to voicemail here. All right. Sorry about that.
They call it a razzle dazzle.
If you're at the Main Street Pub on West Main in Kalamazoo for Monday Night Football Bingo, I would have been yelling out trickeration.
Trickeration.
You guys that are in the neighborhood on Monday nights, I do announce Monday Night Football Bingo. Feel free to stop on out. It costs nothing, but you do get a bingo sheet for each quarter. And if you win, there are some prizes for you to get and choose from. All right, while we got a quick break between the quarters, I'm going to go get some more water. Be right back. Trickeration.
Trickeration.
Did I miss anything? Razzle dazzle. That is correct. That's what Ben Johnson just orchestrated. Lions go. Oh, nothing. I was just, oh, sorry.
So I just carried the
Oh.
How many Kelsey brothers are there? Don't know.
Who knows?
The one that plays for Philly, obviously.
Well, is it just the two of them?
I don't know if there's. I couldn't tell you, man. If only there were these devices in our hands, they could produce all the wisdom in human evolution. If only we had such a device that could tell us.
Yeah, I hope someone invents that one of these days.
Right. All right. Yeah, that's right. Brian Charlton's at the game. Mike Stewart's at the game. I'm sure there's some other people. I know one of our neighbors, JD, was gonna go to the game, but his wife's out of town, so yeah, he's got tickets and everything, but didn't go because he had to stay home and watch the daughter. So, it is what it is. What do you think, Tone? Should we get the Lions Talk Live event tailgate to take place at home field games?
At the game?
Yeah, at home field at Ford Field.
Absolutely, that'd be fun. I mean, I'm at every home game this year anyway, so let's make it happen.
The girlfriend Jen, she's told me that she thinks that's a phenomenal idea. Hashtag joke.
She doesn't have to go.
No, I'm pretty sure she's gonna cut the power right now. If she walks upstairs knowing that I'm messing with her. All right. And we're looking at the head of Vince Lombardi. I'm not sure who that was. I don't think that was Lombardi, but all right. So back to the game. Start of the second quarter. We got 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line.
I'm still watching an IHOP commercial, so
Well, you'll like the start at least. All right, those of you watching this, what do you guys think of the game so far? You know, is there anything to critique really of a negative fashion other than obviously the golf pick in the first drive? Since then, I mean, Tone, you got anything?
What's that?
Is there anything to really be negative about with the Lions so far, other than
this
the golf
game?
pick?
Yeah, no, everything is going great other than that first that pick. They're going down the field every other offensive drive that they've had. Again, like I said, Green Bay, it doesn't even have a first down on offense, so everything's going. You know, you couldn't have written this up any better other than the pick, right?
Right, and you're probably seeing it right now. The Reynolds stumble, otherwise that would have been 6.
That was definitely a touchdown if he hadn't tripped himself up there or gotten tripped up. I don't know.
All right, third down. Goff, man, I don't know what it is with him in that spin, but he does it, and he does it all the time. And there is a flag on the play. Let's see what it is. And I'm guessing this will get declined by the Packers.
I say go for it.
Oh my god.
Wow, Packers accept. All right, well, it's a bold strategy, Cotton. Not really sure why they chose to do it. I guess you back up the kicker unless you're saying the kicker's going to have a hard time making it from, I don't know, whatever, 27 yards. I'm doing the math in my head, people, so don't hold me to it. Goff does get flustered, and man, I'm not I try not to get too hard on him, but he does that spin all the time when he gets under pressure.
Yeah.
I'd run a draw play here. Let's see what the Lions do. Well, nobody in the backfield, so I'm guessing that's out unless it's a quarterback draw.
Hopefully not.
And it's well, you're not gonna like this one.
Oh boy.
No, I mean it's not horrible, but old man Marvin Jones, man,
The old man.
Well, I mean, is what it is. All right, Marvin Jones probably not getting a contract extension at the end of the season. I'll put it that way.
Damn.
But, hey,
You know,
I
maybe
mean-
they took the penalty hoping that thinking that Detroit would probably go for it on 4th down inside the 5. Whereas now, if they don't get it on 3rd down, which they didn't, now they're getting definitely forced to kick a field goal. I would
Right.
guess if they were still inside the 4, or they were on the 4-yard line, they probably would have went for it on 4th down, whereas now they're not.
this is true. All right, so 17-3 Lions. Man, just the start of the second quarter. Probably a better start than most people would have anticipated.
Absolutely.
And what I can say is, just a beautiful start for Detroit other than the pick.
Yep.
So real quick, while we got a second, I've got to send a message out for work real quick.
New titanium iPhone 15 Pro on us, no trading needed. Enjoy unlimited wireless and the latest iPhone every year for $60 a month.
All right, sorry about that, everybody. Sometimes I gotta pay bills.
Paying the bills.
Yes, sir. So, all right. So let's see. We got Michaels with the purple tie, going very Jokerish, and Kershey with the lightsaber blue. Guess he's a huge Star Wars fan. I
Right. I'm sure he is.
All right. If the Lions can get a 3-and-out here, man, I think Green Bay be in some difficult waters. Flag on the kickoff return. Let's see what it is.
It's almost always holding, right?
It almost always is. And you, sir, are correct.
Woo!
Holding once again.
Pack him up.
Yeah, come on, Marvin. I agree, man. He's not had a great start to his return to Detroit.
You know,
Green Bay
do
was great
you
last
think
week.
do you think he's on the team by the end of the year?
You got to find somebody better. And
Well, I mean, I love Marvin Jones, but even just putting Antoine Green in there right now instead of him would.
and you're gonna like this one, Tone, as the Boo Birds are gonna start coming out. I think in Green Bay, Lions fans in Green Bay are dominating the airways.
I like it.
Oh, you got that?
Yes,
Love
sir.
it. Love it.
Hold the ball.
He's
Now,
Throwing it all
and look at this. Ancelone with the tip gets the paws up there. Your boy Ancelone gave him big cannoli, and Lions are
Hey.
in business.
Remember, they just were saying that the Jacobs doesn't belong on the field. I just said this earlier. He's a good corner. Give him a break. He had one bad game, and now look what he does.
He did. And Detroit looking to, add to an already impressive score. They're going to take it down to the 2-yard line. And, man, there is still just under 14 minutes to play in the second quarter.
Keep your fingers crossed, man. This could be a blowout. Knock on wood. Which I would love. Blowing them out at home, at their home. Woo!
Well, here we go.
Give it to
Detroit
him
with a
again.
real golden opportunity. And I think you're going to like this one, Sarge. Montgomery might want to renegotiate his contract already.
Already. Is it too early to say call him the Packers killer.
Whatever it is, if Jordan Love had some pressure on him before, I mean, there's still a lot of time left in this game. This is the biggest thing. If I'm Dan Campbell, I'd make sure the team isn't getting too joyous. You got an opportunity to choke somebody out here. You need to do it. You don't pull a WWE villain
Right
where
on.
you turn your
Equals
back to the
elbow.
crowd. Yeah. Put him down, put him out.
I mean, was Montgomery even touched on that play? I don't think he was.
Very little if he was. I mean, his jersey wasn't dirty because of that one.
Right.
But whatever.
Look at that. No one touched him until he was 2 yards into the end zone.
Right. All right, we got a commercial break real quick. I'll be right back. I got to hit the loo.
Now we're British.
Right. All right, Lions Talk Nation out there. While Dano's gone, throw me up a question if you want. I'll entertain you for a minute.
That's because nobody enough you sees the road until it's
Bubble wrap, huh? I like that. I think we have a little better line than the Saints do. So with David Carr getting hurt there, I know our line's a little beat up right now, but I still think we have a better O line than a lot of teams. So just got to make sure Jared Goff slides from now on. He instead of taking a hit like he did on that last scramble that he did.
Well, why is that person doing that? It's called teamwork. Yeah, it's called multitasking. Some people just know there's a podcast that does that. Those are the people who are in good hands with all stay up. The truth.
Extra allergy. Steroid-free allergy relief starts with 30 minutes. Take hours.
All right, let's see if I can pull a Thanos and just kind of walk in on the screen. All right.
Are you sitting on the floor?
Yeah, that's what I always do, man.
What the hell's wrong with you? You're a 50-year-old man.
That's how I roll, man. We keep this up, though. I might lean back on the couch. I don't know. All wise, yeah. Man, it's funny because I don't want to jinx us or anything like that and say, hey, we're going to win this game. We've got to earn it. There's a ton of time left. But if we continue this throughout the rest of this game, think back 2 weeks ago, everybody wanted Aaron Glenn gone, and look at what he will have done in 3 of the 4 games. And that's impressive. I mean,
again, you can't judge coaches or players or staff. I don't know, the freaking locker room people. You can't judge them on one game in the whole season. The defense didn't do good. They did pretty bad, I guess, against Seattle, right? But we still went to overtime. Just like I said about Jacobs, he had a bad game. That's probably not on Glenn that Jacobs had a bad game, but he came back out and showed up last week, and so far he showed up this week. The defense shut down Atlanta, who everyone thought was going to run all over us, and Bijan got like 44 yards. And
Rodrigo in there.
What's that?
Said Rodrigo, and they're rotating. Sorry, they're rotating the linebackers pretty consistently. I mean, it doesn't seem like anybody's out there more than a play or 2 in a row. So they're keeping them fresh. I think it was,
again, that contributes to the whole. We have good players that aren't just our starters. Like we can rotate people because we have depth at pretty much every position.
We do. And boy, I was having a chat with if you were at Monday Night Football bingo, I'd be yelling "ouch" on that play. So Hey, I got a question for you guys. If I did broadcasts of the Monday Night Football bingos so you guys could play, at home, would you guys be interested in that? If so, let me know in the comments, and I can easily set it up if you guys want to be a part of that. It's, it usually I've done it at a couple different locations, do it just for fun. I don't get anything maybe other than a free Mountain Dew out of it. But the places are always packed. Yeah, and Cam, with a nice hit there. 3rd and 7, Packers. Hey, if they don't get a first down here, they'd be very consistent with what they've done all game. And consistency is the Packers' middle name, as Brian Branch has made his presence felt. And I am starting to hear some boo birds in Green Bay.
Love it when the Green Bay Packer fans have to boo their own team.
Hutchinson, man, I mean, he didn't get to the quarterback, but he pushed the lineman into the quarterback. And that is half a step away from Brian Branch housing that.
He can't breathe with it. And so he wouldn't say why it's greed. There's some personal reason about it. Yeah, he said he can't breathe with it. Yeah, so he just always puts it there. FYI.
I am loving this game so far.
And again, sorry guys, just some work things to do real quick. So trying to do some work in between, having a little fun with you guys.
That was a pretty good run back by Raymond on the kick.
Yeah, he did a good job of slipping that would-be tackle and then getting after it. So, like I was saying on that pass, if that pass is just thrown even just a little bit further behind, I think Branch is scoring 6 there.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And, man, he's – the end of this year, Sarge, you think he's the steal of the draft?
Well, yeah. I mean, at the end, right now, what I've seen across media and all that, Will Anderson Jr. is having a good season so far with the Texans. Mm-hmm. And, it's right now for like defensive rookie of the year. It's kind of a 2-man race between those two from what I've seen. Like I could be missing somebody. But he's definitely, and if he's defensive rookie of the year, or even if he's just nominated as defensive rookie of the year, then he's 100% steal the draft because we got him in the 2nd round. A lot of people had him going in the 1st round and no one took him for whatever reason. It could have been personnel for the teams. There's a lot of reasons why someone falls to the 2nd round that should have been picked in the 1st round. But yeah, he's definitely, maybe it's because a lot of teams didn't know where to put him. Like, was he a safety? Was he a corner? Is he a nickel guy? But Detroit said, we're just going to take the best defensive player that is available right now. And that's Brian Branch in the 2nd round.
It just seems like, man, you could play him, like you just said, either the safety spots, corner spot. I don't know if you could match him up with a number 1 receiver, but a number 2 or 3 doesn't seem like it'd be a problem. Tight end, running back, receiver. He can probably play weak side backer, I would think. In the limited capacity.
Yeah, he makes hits. Like, he doesn't he wraps people up. A lot of corners, don't like to wrap people up. They go for the shoulder tackle or whatever. But he definitely likes to make hits. So he could definitely probably line up as a weak side.
If anybody knows in the comments section below, let me know who is that to the left of Brad Holmes. I know they showed him a few times, and for a second I thought that was Spielman, but then I saw his face. I was like, yeah, doesn't look like Spielman to me, but not that it matters. Hutch and Branch back to back.
It's not Spielman? I think that was Spielman.
Is it?
I think it is.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe you're right. I don't know.
First down. I know I'm a little behind. First down.
Throw it out there when you know it. All right, I gotta imagine the Lions want to kill some clock here. Like, if they go on an 8 to 9 minute drive here, that would just be great for them. Flag on the play though. unfortunately, let's see who it is. I'm guessing it's going to be on Detroit. Yep, on Detroit, 73 offense. I'm sorry, Mr. Jackson.
Ooh, I am for real.
All right, so we got it sounds like a couple of people are agreeing with you that it is Spielman, but man, I'm just didn't look like him to me. So it is what it is. All right, so really, is that the first penalty of the game so far against Detroit? First and 20. Clock's still ticking. Just
First,
under 11
except no, they took the one
First
that
and 20,
whacked him
right.
up.
Well, they didn't get much there, but keep that.
That's
clock
two
going.
offensive holding penalties already. That's something they got to address since we got a few last week too. Three or four.
Well, Detroit, I mean, the last thing I want us to do here is start getting conservative. I mean, keep the clock moving, towards halftime. I get that, but at the same time, you got an opportunity to put up some more points here. I mean, you need to do it. All right, Packers blitzing 6. Goff hit as he throws, and fortunately, it's going to go nowhere. Packers with a delayed blitz. They sent 6, 2 up the middle on delayed stunts, and just confused the line. Yeah, not Glasgow. Frank Ragnow had to block 2 people because the line didn't communicate well, and fortunately, it went nowhere. I'm going to guess Ben Johnson's going to order a run here just to try to get a couple yards and keep the clock going.
Yeah.
And we got a flag on the play before the snap. False start. Could be worse. Packers fans are cheering up and down over the false start.
They got to have something to cheer for, I guess, at this point.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to get a stop. I get it. It's 3rd and 23. And I guess they are not going to listen to me. Instead, it's going to be Gibbs for about, I don't know, 6, maybe 7. All right, Tone, you're Campbell. Do you go for the fake punt here?
I mean, why not? It seems to work for them all the time.
Yeah, 4th and 14. I mean, they got some of the yards back, but we'll see. Under 10 minutes to go, about 9.5 minutes. They do have Reeves Maven as the up man, so when he's there, he usually gets called upon to do a little trickeration. And Detroit is going to get it. Oh, it's a live ball. Packers got it. Oh.
I know you can.
Sorry, man.
It's fine. It's not me you're upsetting. It's the spouse.
Oh, my God. Dang it. That would have been something.
I don't want to hear it, Dan.
Sorry, Kimmy. Golden opportunity for Detroit. But, it is
that would have been beautiful. I tell you.
Oh, my goodness. The Packers would have imploded.
The fans would have already been heading to the exits.
Oof.
That's a Michigan State product right there. That's
Game
why
of inches.
That's why you that's why we cheer for U of M in this house.
All right. Well, Packers ball, they got to go 90 yards to hit pay dirt. They have 4 total yards, if I heard Al Michaels correctly. And their play action. Oh, that should have been a penalty. That is. Man, I thought that was holding. Sorry, Kimmy. I'm trying to watch what I say.
Oh, my God.
How do you let him get out?
Dude, when they're blocking Hutch, they never get called for a fucking hold. I don't understand. I mean, frickin'
Yep,
frack.
Frickin's loud. All right, so clock's still ticking. Hopefully, Kimmy doesn't get mad that I say 8 minutes and 16 seconds left in the first half. Packers going to face a 3rd and 4. Let's see what the Lions do on defense here. Do they bring in Campbell? Do they rush Barnes? And I can't believe how many snaps Hutchinson gets. And he plays at a high level doing it.
He does. He doesn't come off very often.
No. Oh, we got multiple people moving. Detroit jumped, and then the Packers jumped. I think Detroit got back. Let's see what they call. Yeah, going to be against Detroit. I get it. The defensive player's movement forced or caused the offensive player to move. So, hey.
That was kind of weak, though.
And Harris has got to know better.
Right. Hey, look at that. Green Bay gets a first down, huh?
Yep.
Due to a penalty.
Still, though, you got an opportunity to get them off the field. Campbell back in as an outside backer, and Green Bay is going to go the wrong way. You know, Brent, I'm going to say this. Anybody else notice that in a primetime game like this, they do what they can to maybe help out? And I will say this while we're talking about that. Tony, you'll see this. It might be coming up on your screen right now. Notice what they do with Ali McNeil here. They don't play him at the interior. They move him outside, almost like what the Lions used to do with Sue sometimes. They had him as a defensive end out wide. Now he's back.
Again, that's more like a 3-4 formation on that. Yeah.
You're going to like this one. Guess who? It's not Hutch, but the guy we just talked about. McNeil line out wide is going to get home.
Is that him?
Yeah. He did a tackle for loss, but he's talking about the play that's about to happen.
Yeah, give Aaron Glenn, he's been under some fire, and you and I talked about it. You could tell some of their inexperience for a while, but I think Aaron Glenn must have got himself a few Mountain Dews after that Seattle game and said, hey, I'm going to sit up and figure some things out here because this is 2 weeks in a row. He's been incredibly inventive. Hutchinson, you're going to see now, is going to be on the interior rushing, and they got to push. Packers are going to get some yards, but they're going to be shy of a first. So it'll be about 4th and 6 for the Pack with 6 minutes to go. If I'm Campbell and the Lions, Brent, what happened? I'm not sure what you were talking about, but I was talking about what Aaron Glenn is doing with some of our rushers. He's moving McNeil from inside to outside. He's moved Hutch inside. Again, just trying to create mismatches and unfamiliarity with the offensive lineman and blocking instead of always facing the same person, which they were doing the first 2 games of the season. Aaron Glenn's learned some stuff, and the Lions pass rush all of a sudden looks pretty legit.
Absolutely.
And I give him some credit with there because Ali McNeil, I mean, that's something he didn't do against Atlanta. He moved him out wide and basically overloaded one side of that Packers line with McNeil and then Hutchinson even further out. He's used Campbell. I haven't seen Barnes as a outside rusher yet, but he's moving people all around that line and causing some real problems for the Packers line. Yeah, I'm answer 14. Good to see you in the chat, and I'm with you. Nothing would be better here than about roughly a 6-minute drive, even if we get a field goal here. Just eat up the rest of this half, get into halftime, extend the lead. I don't know about you, Sarge, but I'm okay with the Lions going down there and scoring a touchdown versus a field goal.
Absolutely. I would like to see them burn a lot of time off. which they might. I mean, even last drive they were running it. I mean, they've been running a lot the whole game, but I think he's going to get a little. I hate to say the word, but I think he's going to get a little conservative with the time that's left on the clock. They definitely don't want to make any mistakes going into the half right now and give Green Bay some kind of false sense of hope. So they're going to try to burn some clock off, but it'd be nice to see them score a touchdown right before the half.
You know, I'm with you. I'd like to see them keep pounding it just to keep going after that Packers defensive front.
I'd like to see that, yeah.
They've been out there a while. They've taken some pounding.
Yeah.
And, man, if you could just keep on pounding, go down there and score. I mean, those bumps and bruises, if you feel like you got no shot in this game, they start being a whole lot more impactful.
They start hurting a little more. Especially, I mean, Green Bay's been 3-and-out the whole game, right? Other than the penalty that gave them a first down, they're 3-and-out. That means their defense is beat up right now. They got to be not happy with the results of this game so far.
You know, a couple days ago, and there's those Lions fan groups on Facebook. There's one that you and I are in, and there's another guy who's on YouTube that you can tell when somebody just is trying to get headlines and get people to watch and stuff like that. And he put a video out on bashing Glenn and fire him right here now, and we had a little chat, and I just everybody's entitled to their opinion, and I just thought based on what he was saying that he wasn't watching the films and saying Glenn's been here 3 years, hasn't done anything, and my point to him was, well, last year during the winning streak, so whatever that was, 10 games and 9 games, whatever, our defense became pretty good. And this year, outside of the Seattle game, I thought they've been pretty good. And really, in fairness to them against Seattle, we had the 3 turnovers plus the 2 or whatever it was, 3 missed fourth down conversions that put the defense in a really bad situation.
Yeah.
Well, apparently Ben Johnson doesn't like you or me because he's not just going to run the ball. But that's okay. I'm trying to not call out the plays as much to aid you and Kimmy's experience.
It's all good.
But
it's more Kim. She wants to strangle you.
Yeah, well, sorry, Kimmy.
All right. For those of you that don't know, my wife is a giant Lions fan as well. So she's like, why does Dan keep telling you what the play is? Yeah. She does get easily annoyed with things.
Yeah. So, Kimmy, I won't tell you the result of the play, but I will tell you this drive might eat up a little more clock.
Yep, I seen that.
All right. And Brett, yes, I agree with you. Some people hate you as a coach when you're aggressive, when you're up. But my philosophy is there's a time and place where the game is, totally in your control. We can manage it here. But the last thing I ever want one of my teams to face is a situation where we pulled back too soon, and that gives somebody a little bit of time, a little bit of momentum, and they come back on us. I tell everybody, hey, we get up 40 or 50 and there's 2 minutes left to go in the game, we'll pull back a little bit. Until then, your job is to stop us, not my job.
Yeah, exactly. Just like Miami last week. If Broncos can't stop them, that's their fault. Man, these guys get paid millions of dollars. I don't feel sorry for them if they lose by 50 points.
Barry, I would say this, almost. And Tone, Sarge, you're going to probably see one of the few mistakes of this first half for the Lions, and it's dang it. Well, you'll see it here, and Goff took a pretty good shot there. You could tell Decker's ankle isn't 100%. He's gutting it out anyways. And, he got beat a little bit there, and Goff had to throw it just a tad sooner than he wanted.
Still hit him in the hands. He should have caught it, but
I agree.
Man, that hurts.
But you're going to potentially get over it quickly.
I mean, Decker is going up against Gary on that play, and Gary is good, very good, because he's U of M guy, you know. So,
Barry, keep your foot on their throats, and yeah. So yeah, I fully agree. I mean, you can be great to people after the game, but when you're out there, you've got to have that light switch. You got to turn it on, and you can feel sympathy when at the appropriate times. There's way too much time left in this game to feel sorry for anybody. And yeah, you want to be a dominant team, one of the best in the league. You go finish them. And Lions going 5 wide here. Crazy legs Goff. Wow. That's all I'm going to say, Kimmy. I'm just going to say, wow. Answer 14 with the answer as usual. I concur.
You're right. There's that spin move again.
Goff is probably going to get a speed upgrade in Madden next week. He's going to go from 30 to 31.
I was going to say 40 to 41.
I read this week that he wants everyone to know he's still a
Who?
Goff.
Oh,
dude, don't even hike it.
Kim said that Goff wants everyone to know he is still a mobile quarterback.
He's
crazy. He said it. There's an article that she read.
Holy cow, we got a living legend in the chat. Mike Cooper is
Cooper.
The Coop.
Oh my goodness.
From a 79 to 3 with 30 seconds left, still throw long. All right, I'm down with it.
What is up, Coop?
I think he's maybe talking a little Tecmo Bowl or Madden terminology there. What station is it on? It's on Amazon Prime. There may be some Brent. There may be some. I guess you could say internet sites you can watch it on, but I don't think I should say that on YouTube. That probably get me in the naughty list as far as YouTube. No, answer 14. No mercy for cheese. Yeah. And Coop, yep, the Coop man is coming. He is in the chat. Coop, is Tommy watching? We've mentioned him a few times, I believe. For those who don't know, Tom Arnold may be the only Lions fan I know that will simultaneously cheer on the Lions to win by while also wishing Goff nothing but pain and agony. So he is not a Goff fan.
He worships at the altar of Matthew Stafford.
He does. He loves himself some Matthew Stafford, and nothing wrong with that. But yeah, it is what it is. Laporta looking really good. All right. Tommy's watching. All right, Tommy. I keep telling Tommy we need to have him on the show to have some sort of debate at some point about the Lions. But as of yet, his agent has not returned my phone call.
Have your guy call his guy and get that set up.
We need to make that happen. All right, so we got 2 minutes until the halftime, and the Lions, man, they score here. Whew. Sarge, did anybody see this coming?
No. I thought, obviously I thought the Lions would win. I don't know if it's obvious, I guess, but I thought they were going to win. Thought it was going to be a close game. I didn't think Green Bay was going to score a lot of points. Like, I think I'm not going to jinx it, but I don't think Green Bay is going to score 20 points this game. And I didn't think that before the game started. So I thought Green Bay's defense was going to put up a lot more fight than they are right now. So who knows? Fitzmagic in the house.
All right, coming out of the 2-minute break, and all I'm going to say, Kim, is that that clock's going to tick a little bit longer. All right. So Mike Coop, for those of you who don't know, he is the godfather of Tecmo Bowl and the godfather of what you all now know as Madden football. So he is joining us live and in the chat, and he's giving us some inside information on how Jared Goff's stats probably looking like they're going to go up in next Friday morning's update. Not this Friday.
I just want to point out that my one championship in the Madden League, I played against Coop on New Year's Day, and I might have been extremely hungover, but I still won that game. Sorry, Coop, I had to throw that out there. It was my only win ever. It's my only championship. Dan was sitting right there with us watching the game, and man, I thought I was going to throw up the whole time playing. Oh, so for those be 20-something years old again, right?
So we got under 50 seconds to go. The clock's ticking. 2nd and 7. Lions pulling a fourth quarter versus Seattle movement here that's in no particular hurry to do anything, nor have they used any timeouts as of yet. But I think one has finally been taken. So, yeah, the Lions are showing some replays on Amazon Prime. I'm sure most of you are watching other than Brent. Hopefully you're able to catch up, Brent. But they're showing the Lions pass rush, which went from nothing other than a lot of pressures the first 2 games to something the last 2 weeks, as Aaron Glenn seemingly has found a way to galvanize and jumpstart this. It's a little surprise here. Packers have used their first timeout. 41 seconds, Lions out of 3rd and 6. But, I get it. You're Green Bay. You need the ball. Without the ball, you can't get points. So
maybe
let's
they'll
just
get our defense another sack before the end of the half.
And Lions are going to have to settle for – yep, sorry, Kimmy. Lions going to set up a field goal as Gibbs slipped again, fell down, and Goff just dirted it. All right, so also those of you watching, back in the day, we all used to be a part of a Madden league where, you could trade, draft, etc. players, and it was all the rage back in the day until we all just figured out we were probably getting too old at 90 to keep playing.
We all had to have our own memory cards for the PlayStation. Remember?
It was fun, man. And you had to keep track of your trades, traded players, draft picks, whatever it was. Had to do all that jazz. And
we had our own tape gate.
Yes, we did have a tape gate or two. All right, so Lions, 34 seconds till halftime. And somebody being evaluated on Green Bay, I didn't catch who it was. I think it said Musgrave. Calvin on D was too much. I'm going to say that was Terrell Owens.
That was Terrell Owens. Dano played Terrell Owens at middle linebacker, and it worked.
I think it was defensive end. I don't remember.
Oh, was it? I thought it was linebacker.
Maybe it was. Yeah, that's. I think they've since fixed it, so you can't do that in the game. But it was probably too much.
For those of you that don't know, Dan always tried to make anything work in his favor. Any kind of scam he could do.
Hey, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. All right. So 27-3, Lions lead by 24. There are 34 seconds. Tone, what do you think we're going to see? Coop, what do you think we're going to see out of the Packers D or offense here? And Sarge, what are you going to see out of the Lions D here? We going after them or are we playing safe?
No, go after them. They got 34 seconds. They haven't done crap all game. Go after them. Maybe force a turnover right here and get another 3 points real quick.
Amen. Hutchinson inside. Looks like Harris out wide. They're going to get some pressure. It's going to be – sorry,
You're good. 30 seconds left. Who cares?
Pick 6 before half. That'd be all right. Coop, the wise one, says nothing's going to happen for the Pack.
Ain't nothing.
And they're going to get some pressure on him, and he's going to throw it away. Boy, that looked like intentional. But I guess you could argue that he threw it away because he got put into the dirt. But yeah, the Lions are getting to Love early and often, and they're starting to look like Terrell Owens on a blitz here. All right. Give me 3rd and 5 here.
I love seeing Love on the ground.
He's not, I mean, I'll feel bad for him at the end of the game, but he's been down there a lot. I really thought they were going to play a lot more 12 or 13 formation to try to just keep extra blockers in, but with the score the way it is, I mean, unless you're just going to try to run out the clock, Green Bay's really in a bad spot to protect this kid.
Yeah.
All right, 11 seconds to halftime. Green Bay is going to get their real first down of the half with 7 seconds left. Kimmy, break it down for us. What are you thinking if you're a Packers fan right now?
Anything? What do you think about the Packers fans?
Like,
all right, that's Kimmy LoBretto with the commentary. That's why she is the best color commentator in the business for detailed analysis of the situation.
Because we're obviously not going to come back.
You can look her up on MySpace and go ahead and send her a friend request.
He's talking about you.
Hit her with questions.
Hit her up on MySpace.
I never had a MySpace.
She never had a MySpace account.
All right, Detroit takes their first timeout, 7 seconds till halftime.
I mean, the only good thing about being a Packers fan is wearing the cheese.
Kim said the only thing good about being a Packers fan is the cheese head.
Well,
because everyone loves cheese.
They might all need a cheese head when they leave the field after this game. If this holds the rest of the game, because none of them are going to want their faces to be seen.
Right.
All right, 1st and 10. Green Bay finally gets one from not a penalty. Detroit only going to send 3 people. Oh, I hate this. But it is what it is. And
they look athletic. That's interesting because they are professional. Thanks, Kurt.
Going to be another first down for Green Bay as there's a flag on Jerry Jacobs. I don't know, kind of a tough one, but it is what it is.
Doesn't even matter. There's 3 seconds left.
Boy, I really don't know about that.
That's pretty ticky tack at the end of the half like that. Like,
yeah.
Or at any point in the game. Like,
Coop says letting him know he cannot find his MySpace. Yeah, I think the score wasn't what it was. Wait a minute. Green Bay's got somebody at the bottom of the screen wide open. And apparently Detroit's not worried about it, and that's going to be the half. And I'm going to guess if you're a Lions fan, you like it. And Saloni, give him a big cannoli. Oh, maybe it was. Sorry. It wasn't Anceloni. It was Harris. Just when they showed the replay, Anceloni was on top of him. But to be fair, there's about 4 Lions on top of Love.
Love getting another sack.
Love may want to go find the bar at halftime because he might want to forget this one.
So Harris gets credit for that one, you think?
I think so, yeah. He made first contact and took him down.
He never let go of him either.
Yeah, and answer 14, yeah, they are Swiss cheese. All right, so that's the first half. Go ahead and let me know in the comment section. Anybody out there, did anybody see this as being the first half score?
No.
Especially when Green Bay got the first 3 points of the game. So
yeah, it looked ugly the first plays, right?
It did. It looked very ugly. But hey, that's why you play the full game. All right.
Pickles. Hey.
All right, we need a halftime show for one of these things, and I don't really have anything. All right,
what's that?
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I'm probably gonna cut out before the halftime's over here. But I don't know. How do you think the second half's gonna go?
Well, if I'm Detroit, I'm doing everything I can to just control that clock just keep it moving. I mean, I don't know what else you would do other than obviously just try to keep adding on to the score, keep the clock moving, do everything you can to keep them off the field.
Control the clock, but don't go conservative.
Correct.
Keep going for the jugular. Keep trying to score touchdowns. Don't
Limit
just go, hey, we're gonna run it three plays, burn off a couple of minutes, and then punt it.
I would say this.
They're not stopping us really anyway, but
I would put a limit at say 4 flea flickers this half.
There you go.
Don't get too crazy with it. All right. Other than that, man, I mean the defense. Anybody who said that the defense was trash, I think we probably can revisit those statements a little bit.
Yeah.
The other part of it is, okay, we looked great against 2 straight weeks, quarterbacks that aren't elite. The first week of the season, what we did to Mahomes, I get everybody said, hey, he was missing Kelsey or whatever. You know what? Everybody's going to miss somebody. Everybody's not going to be healthy. I hated the fact the national media said, well, the Lions were aided by a bunch of drops. What about our drops during the game?
Right.
And those don't impact us.
and Mahomes being without Kelsey is different than, I don't know, Jordan Love without Kelsey, right? Like Mahomes is still freaking Patrick Mahomes. Just because he didn't have maybe the best player, he still had, he's still the best player. Like it baffles me that they're like, oh, he didn't have Kelsey. He's Patrick freaking Mahomes. He doesn't need Kelsey to win games. It helps. I'm not saying Kelsey's irrelevant because obviously he's a stud. But
got a question for you. See it on the screen. Scale 1 to 10. What do you think the Lions' first half score? I'm going to 10. I mean,
yeah. I mean, I don't think 9.9 because Goff threw that interception, but that didn't help. That didn't hurt him at all. So 10, yeah.
Yeah, and the other thing I would say with that first game, yeah, they're missing Kelsey, we're missing J-Mo, and I get J-Mo's still an unknown, but you're probably not double teaming St. Brown all game long.
Yeah.
If you got J-Mo out there, because man, you're not leaving him in single coverage all game long. I would think. But who knows? Give Decker a blow, boy. I would say this. This game ain't over. You can build a lead in a half. You can lose a lead in a half. So
remember,
I would say,
the Saints were up 17-0 in the fourth quarter.
Right.
And these guys came back and won. So,
yeah, I would say you get to about 6 minutes left in the game. You want to pull Decker or somebody else out, go for it. But keep control of this game. Green Bay is going to get the ball to start the second half. You get another stop or 2 on them, then you're probably in position to start doing some things. But yeah, I wouldn't pull the gas off just yet. Yeah, to me, just when I coach jazz like this, when you're up fairly decently at halftime, that drives me nuts, man, because I hate the human situation where you start feeling like you can let up, but then you stop doing all the things that made you successful in the first half.
Right on. Exactly.
Oh, boy. All right, well, we'll see what happens here, but we got a little bit of a half. And Jordan Love, he's everything I thought the Packers would do to try to help protect him. And I get some of it's impacted by the game and the score, but they haven't done it. Sarge, what do you think? What are they doing to this kid? It seems like they're just trying to get him killed.
You're talking about Love, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, Seattle had the game plan where Geno took 3 steps and threw it. Like, that's it. That's all you got. You take 3 steps and throw it. They're showing the replays like you were just probably watching and all that. Love takes 3 steps back or 5 steps back, and he's hesitant. He doesn't know where to go with the ball. So I don't know if that's the defense, the secondary, in better coverage than they were for Seattle, or if he's just indecisive, like he's trying to make plays that aren't there. or that he's thinking about. He's like, oh wait, maybe if I throw over here, and then it's too late, because obviously in the NFL, no one has that much time to throw. So
Right.
he's definitely he doesn't look, he's indecisive. He doesn't look like he's maybe he's not making pre-snap reads right, something, but he's holding on the ball a long time. I mean, we got 4 sacks in the first half, right?
We do. Yep.
So, if we that's a lot for one half. So that doesn't even include all the hurries and the knockdowns and all that. So
that kid's taking some hits, man.
Yeah, and they only got 1 true first down that half. So they got 1 first down on a penalty. Actually, two first downs on a penalty, right? And then 1 real first down. So
right. You were asking about
what's that?
Oh, I was just saying one of the people in the chat was asking, do you think we'll see Teddy 2 gloves? And maybe if this lead continues to push somewhere in the 4th, could I see him come in? Yeah, for sure. Get him some reps.
But only if it's like well out of hand. Like I don't want to. I mean, which is probably. I mean, it's not like they're gonna go, hey, we're up by 10 in the 4th. Why don't we just sit golf for the rest of the game? But
right.
Hopefully we don't see Teddy unless it's a kneel down situation.
I mean,
Kim likes to call him Terry Bridgewater.
Terry. Oh boy. Let's see. My forecast for the second half: Pain. Yeah,
Pain
reference there. Answer 14. My prediction: Pain. I could see, like I said, in 4th quarter we're up, 20 or whatever. Maybe like 8 to 6 minutes left. At that point, I could see some people coming in and getting Decker out or whatever. But man, don't celebrate too soon and give a team an opportunity. I mean,
if we're looking at maybe resting some of these guys that have been injured, they do get an extended week before the next game. So this is a Thursday night game, so they get 3 extra days. So they have like 10, 11 days before they actually play again to get that rest that they could need.
Tell Avery as today, Coop. Tell Jalen too. Tell Candy. Tell everybody. Tell the fam. What I would say is, you're 100% right, Tone, that you'll see, normally you would have a day or 2 off and then you come back at the NFL. But since this is Thursday, they'll have Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. They'll resume Monday with just, kind of reviews, positional coaches breakdown, maybe some game film review. And then Tuesday, Wednesday next week, they'll actually put the live practice drills, competitive drills, or, walkthroughs and things of that sort. Thursday would be a no pads practice, and Friday is just walkthroughs before the next game. So, they'll have a few days off in a row after this. And we're kind of fortunate. We get this win.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. We've already kind of had too many buys this season.
Yeah.
And that's impressive. And then what we got, what is it, like a month until a little bit more than a month, I guess about 2 months till Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Where you have another one. I'm trying to think. You remember? I don't remember offhand. When is our bye?
Oh, it's October 15th.
October 15th. That's what Kim says. She knows
that far away.
No.
So for your Lions, you've got 2 mini buys plus a real buy, and
then Monday Night Football is like 2 weeks after our bye. So they get a lot of extra days at the beginning of the season, which is nice.
After the Thursday night Thanksgiving Day game, I'm trying to remember, we don't have any more Thursday night games that I can think of.
No, I don't think so. They might flex a couple of Sunday night, games to Sunday night, but that'll be after Thursday. After the Thanksgiving Day game, it's all Sunday games.
I think so. Yeah, I think you're right. Oh boy!
I thought they had the days.
No, I was just saying that there's some that are. Yeah, I think they have days. They're just not. They might go to night.
That's what I'm saying. The flex. Yeah.
Answer 14. Yeah, you're right. Keeping it healthy, keep the team healthy. It's tough in any sport, let alone this sport, to keep people the longer the season goes.
Right on.
Good part is we got our bye in basically a month. By then you'll have J-Mo back. Houston
Yep.
won't be far away. Houston will be coming back only a couple of weeks, assuming he heals up correctly. That will only be a couple of weeks away, and then it comes down to CJ. Matt Nelson will be out for probably a while.
Yeah.
Man, I feel bad for offensive linemen. Their ankles, their knees get rolled up from behind so often.
Yeah.
But I would think Big V would be back. Maybe the Carolina game, if not the game after that. So I don't know. Lions, they're going to be in a good situation if they can get through tonight.
Yeah.
Then they've got some good momentum going forward. All right, and boy, I'm always going to kill that one. So 40 or 50 burger. I think we're going to be more worried about the clock. I can see us getting to 40 if a couple things go our way, but I guess we'll wait and see.
Yeah, getting to 50 would mean maybe we get a pick six or a fumble for a touchdown. Getting up to 50 probably won't happen.
Yeah, I think it would take a little bit there. One of the friends of the channel, hey, if you guys like sports in general, especially if you want to keep up with the Minnesota Vikings, go check out After the Review Sports. Does a phenomenal job with things, and he's a friend of the show. We have him on from time to time, and I'll always enjoy. Black Lion, I'm feeling a 40-pointer coming. Heck, I mean, we're in striking distance, and we definitely could, especially if we get a couple plays to go our way, a couple drives to go our way. Could definitely happen. Mosley will be back next week. Yeah, I think he was real close to being back tonight. But if obviously he's not fully ready to go, keep him for next week. And then Black Lion, Matt LaFleur looked so dejected. Yeah, because I guess if you're a coach, everybody had this game built up. Hey, we're gonna want to go ahead and see where we rank. We got a chance to contend with the Lions for the division, and not that they still don't. Even if they lose this game by 100, I mean,
right?
You lose by 1 or 1,000, it's still just one loss. But Laporta, this kid, talk about him, Tone. This kid is off the charts, and he's a rookie.
He's better than they thought he was going to be already. They said, even Campbell said that him and Goff have just this chemistry that he can't even explain how well they've connected so far already in this young season as a rookie tight end. Rookie tight ends aren't supposed to do what he's doing already, and he's rewriting the playbook for tight ends.
All right, so real quick, there's a hold on the kickoff. I'm guessing Green Bay is going to have to move it back, even though it was a nice return. Latest update I have on CJ is that you're probably looking after Thanksgiving at best. So I would say it'd be more realistic that if he returns this year, you're going to be early to mid-December. And I would say this, guys, that's probably being optimistic.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to have to cut out, buddy.
All right. Thank you for joining the show, everybody.
Yeah.
Tell the Sarge good night. I'll fly solo along with you guys in the comment section. And Sarge, thank you for coming on in. We'll have you on the next one.
Right on. All right. Have a good night, everyone.
All right. See you, buddy.
Bye.
All right. So let's just keep going back to what we're seeing. And, yeah, I think you're going to see LaFleur probably do a lot of play action rollouts with Love this second half just to try to get him out of the pressure, out of the pocket. And he might be struggling with his reads, but you got to do something. He can't just sit back there and keep taking these hits. So, all right, looks like a couple of you guys. Oh, I know you're saying, good night to the Sarge. All right, 2nd and 4. I believe you guys are on the same watch as me, so we should all be watching things happen at the same pace, where I know probably one of the issues with the Sarge and his wife was that for whatever reason their Amazon Prime feed was about 30 or so seconds behind us. All right. Note from YouTube about the cast. I'll check it out later. Not really worried about it now. All right. So let's see what we see out of Detroit. Have they made any adjustments? And you got Hutch standing upside. You got Campbell on the bottom of the screen. Campbell's going to drop this time. A little zone drop, fake blitz. And hey, Green Bay getting a Bronx cheer from the faithful as it's a first down for Green Bay. Their second of the game. That's 2 consecutive drives with the first down. So a bit of a hot streak. And I get if you're a Green Bay fan, you're frustrated right now. But if I'm a Lions coach, a Lions fan, man, you got to get them off the field. Don't let them start believing. And even though you got the lead, you know what? Good teams put other teams away. And this is what you don't want to see, is starting to see some momentum building. Do what you can to choke them out. And that's a big play. Single high safety, even though you're going to see Branch, you got him targeting it there, dropping. And too many people went with one guy. And that left somebody open underneath. It's a miscommunication there by the Lions. And already they're just beyond midfield. So Lions could really do themselves a favor here by getting the Packers off the field. Oh, and that is a hit. If you're at the Main Street Pub, that's an ouch. And there's a flag for... Wonder what the flag is. All right, penalty on Hutchinson. It's going to give them another first down. And again, hate to belabor the point, but good teams put bad teams away, other teams away, whatever you want to say. Yeah, I guess he did get him up there a little bit. Yeah. Maybe not a great call by the officials there. All right, so what do we got here? We got Green Bay. They're 3 minutes into this drive. Got to get them off the field. Even if you hold them to a field goal, that's okay. But got to have them not believe. And that's going to help the Lions. As Love right read there, just a little high. All right, so let's see what we get out of the Lions defense here. Aaron Glenn, if I'm him, man, go after him. Keep doing what you're doing the first half. Don't let him calm down because he's starting to calm down. But I also get wanting to get Love to be consistent and have to beat you over and over again. You got Hutch at the bottom of the screen, standing tall. And you got Harrison up top. You're going to do a flip play. Somebody's got to clean them up. Nobody cleans them up to the sideline. And penalty flag here for something. Personal foul. And Brian Branch is holding his ankle, and he is hurt. So not anything Detroit Lions fans want to see. Unnecessary roughness. Boy, I guess I had to see it on replay there. Boy, I just don't know about that. But, hey, you know, I think you can say what you want about the officials. You can say what you want about leagues. I do think in a situation like this where you got a primetime game, they're going to do everything they can to try to make it less horrible. And then Brian Branch, let's see what's happening here. Ooh. I don't know. Hopefully he's okay, but the way he was grabbing at that ankle. He's trying to put weight on it, so I don't know. Well, he's walking off, but yeah, he's going to be limping off. So my guess is he's done for the night. And unfortunately, an already thin secondary for Detroit is going to get a little bit thinner. Let's see if we can get a better look at what happened here. Oh, I see. Yeah, he twisted it in the, the tundra. So my guess is he'll be all right. He just probably twisted it pretty good there. Just a bad plant. My guess he'll be okay. Whether or not he's back today, who knows. But anyways, 11 and a half minutes to go. Lions trying to get a stop here. And hey, we'll take that. That'll be a stoppage. Uh-oh. It was on prime, locked up for a second there, but is back again. All right. So what do you guys think of the start of the second half so far? I guess if you're a Lions fan, the good part is you are forcing Green Bay to eat up some clock. My prime feed is a little shaky right here. Looks like it's underwater. So something's happening to the signal. But I can still see it, so it could be worse, right? All right, Love back to pass. He's going to get pressured. Then Green Bay's play is going to get blown up, and I'm pretty sure there's a hold on Green Bay. So it'll be a taster's choice opportunity for the Lions. Do you accept the play for a loss, or do you call the penalty? I'm guessing you take the play for a loss because they lose the down. Yeah, and it looks like that's what Detroit's going to do. Third down here. All right, get a stop here, hold them to a field goal. Harris, yeah, just nice inside move, and he was held quickly. That's what he saw otherwise, yeah. And then the play just got blown up by everybody in the backfield. In a second here, guys, just so you know, I'm going to have to get some more water. We're running out here. All right, 3rd and 15. Just a little over 10 minutes left in the third. Let's see. Can the Lions get a stop? They're going to get some pressure. It was a slip screen, and they are going to stop them about, I'll say, 10 yards short, first down. So if I'm Green Bay, I'm going to go ahead and, if I'm taking the points. Brian Branch being carted off. I'm guessing, looks like the Green Bay is going to go for it on 4th and 9. And I get it. You need touchdowns, not field goals. So Lions could really do a dent to Green Bay by denying them a first down here. And they're sending some pressure at them. And they got it. They did bring pressure. And, yeah, never good when one guy's got a guard, too. Tracy Walker, I think it is the deep, and he's just too deep. He's in the end zone with nobody to guard. Green Bay could, they're still eating up clock, but do themselves some good here. And, hey, good thing here, Detroit stops them. So if nothing else, the clock keeps ticking. Well, hopefully Brian Branch is okay. I don't like the fact they carted him off, but it looked like he just put his foot in the ground at a bad angle and turned it. So hopefully that's it. Now you got another Lion down, Barnes, but it looks like he's down because of cramps potentially. And like I was saying at halftime, man, you don't let up. You let up at the end of the game, not start the second half. All right, we're going to have a commercial real quick, so I'm going to go ahead and get some more water. Be right back.
bringing safety and tech features to elevate your commute. The all-new Hyundai Kona.
Oh, what's up? You watching the game? Maybe the one later. Put a little better GM action on it now. Any game becomes the game. When you got O's and runners, man, every time you throw the ball, kick the ball, pick the ball, it's not even a ball. You beat the ball. Now that bet's got you watching every inning, half, round, period, set, hold, elect. Right from the end of your seat.
The new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium is here. Get it on us with Verizon Business on America's most reliable 5G network. iPhone 15 Pro.
All right, sorry about that.
17 so you can work faster and you can work even smarter. When you
Black Lion, it's not ideal. It's not good. It's my guess, but I guess we'll find out. But looks like Branch just turned his ankle real good. So the good thing is we don't play Sunday, as you guys know. He's got a little time to let it rest up. Barnes down 2. Yep, looks like he was cramping up. Branch got carted to the locker room, but watching the replay, just looked like his foot went down into the dirt, and then he turned. So, my guess is he probably sprained it pretty good. But could it be a high ankle sprain? Well, let's hope it wasn't Achilles, but I guess we'll find out. I would say that just based on what I saw, and I'm just not saying that this is what it is, but it looked like it was a pretty good ankle sprain. But we'll see. Barnes, as you're seeing on the screen, I would agree. Black Lion, Achilles, he wouldn't have been walking off the field, but maybe. I mean, we'll see. Barnes, he's going to be okay. Like you can tell just the way he was stretching. He just cramped up pretty good there. All right, so Packers on a real good drive here. But again, they're eating up a lot of clock, which is what the Lions wanted. And wide open. Miscommunication there clearly from Detroit. Not that we've never seen that. It's weird. We see that as Lions fans so much. And yet, I don't know if I really ever see it happen where the Lions score because of a miscommunication on something like that. So Watson here. Yeah, nobody handed off there. They stayed with him. Yeah, it'll be the easiest touchdown pass he's ever had. All right, so you can minimize the damage a little bit here by stopping the 2-point conversion. 2-pointer makes it a 16-point game, and hate saying that you got to learn from stuff like this, but you just can't celebrate too soon in any league. And again, miscommunication in the secondary. So Lions need a big drive here. Yes, we need to score. So let's see what the miscommunication is again. But it's getting kind of old. It handed them off, and 3 guys go to 1. And boy, I'm as good as the defense played the first half. Obviously, this drive was not a great one for them. So, all right, Lions, hey, you might not win in a blowout, but you still got to win it. You got to go, I'd say, on a little bit of a drive here and eat up some clock and let that defense rest a little bit. Ibuprofen, tape it. Yep. I'm sure they'll get a little bit of an update, but man, oh man, Lions, you look great in the first half, and then just I couldn't completely hear because I was talking with the reporter, but something with his right ankle. Tight end Musgrave out for Green Bay with a concussion. But if anybody did hear what the analysis was, I think I caught him saying that it was an ankle injury. You guys let me know if I misheard that, though. All right, Lions, what do you got? You got an answer here. And it's not a bad return, but you got to do more than that. All right, there's no place like home for Jared Goff. Well, so what do you guys think? You're going to try to be run heavy here, try to control it? You're going to go for it and say, hey, we're going to go down and try to score a touchdown? I think I'm doing everything I can to put points up on the board since they just put 8 up. Even if you only get 3, I mean, you just make their job a little bit harder. You gotta go after them. 16 is not insurmountable, even though obviously it was once more. But hey, that's sports. You're rarely going to hold form. It was a good run to start it, so you got to keep doing it though. Hey, what do you guys think of Montgomery? Obviously, Jamal was a fan favorite, but early on, I get it's only been a couple of games. What do you guys think of Montgomery? Was him and Gibbs a pretty good 1-2 punch? I'm not going to lie. So far, I would have preferred the power that Williams had, but Montgomery hasn't been bad by any stretch. I'm not a fan of how much shotgun we're doing, but they're not asking me. Packers coming after him, swing out pass. I would have said, yeah, that's not ideal. And man, is it just me or are we playing right into the Packers? So Packers fans, if they were asleep, they're back at it and feeling pretty good right about now. 3rd and 12. We'll see what they order up here, but the once silent crowd is silent no more. Jared Goff and the Lions. Hey, maybe they can, if nothing else, burn 2 minutes off this before giving it back to the D. Here's a good pass, and this pass is not going to be anywhere near enough. And, yeah, like Al Michael says, it's a quick 3 and out. And Jordan Love's going to be getting the ball back. Not what any Lions fan wanted to see. But, you're going to have to make some plays. And the Lions offense, I thought that was that second down pass call, that wasn't great, but it is what it is. Move on. Lions fans have seen this before. And let's see what the defense can do here. All right, so we've got 6:16 left in the third. Packers down 16. I'm trying to make a bit of a comeback. Dan Campbell, yeah, gonna have to do something here to not allow this to become a game again. And boy, just hate it when people get conservative, and that's what the Lions did. Instead of keep after Love, you let them calm down, you let them get right, you let them get confident. And when people get confident, they just do more things. Of course, the opposite side is as they start performing better, you become unconfident. You become jittery. Your players. And Love Montgomery, me too, man. He's not been bad so far. I preferred Jamal's power more, but Montgomery has not been bad by any stretch of the imagination. So, all right. Well, let's see what Aaron Glenn does here, because this is a huge defensive possession for Detroit. All right. While we're in commercial, I'm going to go do something real quick and be right back.
Golden Boy, Jordan, Andre, they could say thousands of people. What's coming up with your secret name right here? Bloody Mary.
That's terrible.
Okay, coagula.
Even worse. What's going on?
There are evil people at that school.
Don't say nothing about this.
This is way bigger than us.
It's just involved before they find out about everything else.
If the woods is exposed, we all have a potentially fatal problem. Lights out. We need to make this right. Lights out.
All right, here we go. Who's going to replace Branch? That's a good question. Maybe Chase Lucas. Yeah. I was hoping for a little bit more out of the offense there, but got somebody getting taped up here. Can't see the numbers, so sorry about that, guys. I can't see who that is getting taped up. If anybody did know, let me know. All right, Lions need to get a stop here. They need to get the Packers off the field and regain some momentum. And Jordan Love, that looks like a backwards pass to me. That would be a fumble if you ask me. So, all right. Yep, they also ruled it a backward pass. So, correct me if I'm wrong. Doesn't like move him back? I don't know. Yep, 2nd and 21. So I was correct. Yeah, it's basically a fumble. Yep, Branch is back, taping his ankle. If that's who it was, then yes. He'll be a little limited, but he'll live. Pressure up the middle in his face as he throws, and that throws off the pass. You can say that incompletion was because pressure up the middle, and yeah, Love could not step into that throw. You could see how to throw a little high, and yeah, a little less velocity. But man, we'll see if Branch can go, but I get he's going to try to, but man, he's going to be a little limited, I would think, in his mobility. We'll see, though. He's going to have to loosen that thing up. Yeah, you're right, the Black Line, yeah. All right, big 3rd down, 21 here. Man, come on, send some pressure at him. I am not a fan of this, play it safe stuff. Because they're in almost go for it on 4th down mode. So let's see what they do. It's going to be 4th and I'm guessing about 10. Oh, 4th and 6. Yeah, not a fan of this. What got you in the situation when you were up big? It wasn't dropping, 8 guys into coverage because your coverage is not your strength. I'd be looking for the fake here too, to be honest. Good thing is there is 5 minutes left in the 3rd. Lions can go down and get a score here. You're really going to put a ton of pressure on the Packers, and there's going to be a flag for a block in the back. I'm pretty sure you could hear all the Packers fans yelling and screaming for it. So not ideal. I'm going to push Lions back a little bit more, but doesn't matter. I guess the bright side of it is you now have more field to work with to eat up more clock. By the way, my cat is begging for more and more attention. All right. They're going to talk about it, so there must have not just been one penalty or one situation. So let's see what they say. Boy, it's a heck of a meeting for a special teams play. All right, so holding on Detroit is going to push him back 10 yards. Wonder what the discussion was about. I got no clue on that, but good part is this is gonna buy Brian Branch a little bit more time to get ready, and they're gonna have to warm up that ankle. So, was there like 5 minutes left in the 3rd? Lions can go on it'd be great if they could go on like a 7-minute drive and even get a field goal. I'd say at that point, boy, Packers are in desperation mode. That makes it 3 scores no matter what you do. Right now it's 2 scores with 2 straight 2-point conversions. So it's still a lot, but man, if you're a Lions fan, you get the anxiety because you've seen this story unfold a few times before, and you just want to believe that this time isn't the next time that's going to happen. So Lions in good position. Just got to take advantage of it. But the problem is you put a lot of momentum and adrenaline back into the Packers, where if you could have got a stop, you probably could have kept pouring on that points. All right, what do you have? Sorry, my cat's after something. All right. So I know a couple of you were asking in the chat about CJ, and I think I told you guys that it'd probably be early to mid December at best. My problem is if it takes that long, I mean, he's been out the vast majority of the season. It's going to take him some time just to get back into playing ability, shape, things like that. So how much are you going to really rely on him? Probably not a ton. Houston, let's see, we should have him back right around the middle of November, give or take some. Let's hope you're right, Black Lion, because that secondary, obviously when he went out, you got people getting juggled around. You're already pretty depleted in the secondary. A lot of people just playing out of position, and that's probably why you got so much miscommunication. All right. They're plotting how the mess is over. Yeah, I would say that's unfortunately something that all Lions fans, we've seen a number of things just happen that we can't explain, and let's hope tonight is not the next one in that journey. And yeah, the miscommunication there in the replay, you see the touchdown. All right, enough of the jibber jabber. Let's get back to the game. 1st and 10 for Detroit. You got just under 5 minutes to go. I'm going to start off with a run. Montgomery, not going to get a ton, maybe 2. You keep that clock moving, but there's still almost 20 minutes left in the game. I wouldn't mind a little bit more aggression, but hey, you're a running team. You got the lead and you're running. You're going to go for it. All right. 2nd down. Let's see what they do. Yep, running the ball. That's what they're doing. We just need to get more out of the run. 2nd and 7. Could be a lot worse than this. Got Brock in motion. We got a power set on the top side of the screen, the right side. Got to do a trap reverse. Might get 3, maybe 4 with a dive. So 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. All right. Even a little more time. Need some first downs here. Man. How about, we're pretty depleted on the offensive line. I was going to say, how about Penei Sewell as a fullback blocking for somebody? I wouldn't mind seeing that formation because I feel real bad for whoever he runs into. Gibbs in motion, drag route back out, and he's going to get the first down out of bounds. They're going to get another first down and keep that clock ticking. Really, Detroit gets 3 more first downs. I mean, that clock's going to be into the 4th quarter, and you really can start enforcing your will on Green Bay because at that point, you can control a lot of things, but you got to get there first. Finally, a little creativity out of what we're doing with Gibbs. That's a lot of pressure for somebody to have to cover him because, as we all know, that he's quick. Montgomery up the middle, fighting for a few yards. I think he's got 5, so we'll set up a 2nd and 5. Maybe limiting snaps, yeah. Probably going to be okay, and it won't hurt that he gets a little extended break after this. But Lions, yeah, they need to go out here and keep chewing that clock, keep moving that ball, and I would love even a field goal on this drive. But you do see that they're being fairly conservative with the play calls, unlike the first half. But you're trying to protect the lead, and I just think it's a little early for it. All right, a little play action rollout. Goff's got time, and he's going down. Looked like he was going to go deep. And, yeah, there apparently wasn't nothing deep. Well, what was 2nd and 5 is now going to be 3rd and long. And, yeah, nobody bit on the play action. Jonah Jackson came over, and unfortunately, the play just wasn't there. Goff probably did the right thing and ate it. Yeah, just nobody open. So lost at 10 on the play. Detroit's offense starting to sputter. And, yeah, probably a smart move here. Just a little bit of an inside handoff. Get a little bit more yardage. Well, Detroit's defense going to have to play more like they did in the first half than so far they have the second half. And Detroit's offense, 2 straight drives to start this half where they've done nothing of note, really. So a tale of 2 halves so far. And we might have a game after all. Good thing is the clock's still ticking, and we're just about a minute left in the third. So I would think not a great punt. It is getting a Detroit roll, though, but not what you normally get out of Jack Fox. All right, final minute of the third quarter. Man, we get a stop here. I'm liking our chances. By the way, shameless plug time for anybody watching. But if you've considered buying or selling real estate in the state of Michigan, I don't care if it's the UP, East Side, West Side, Middle Side, whatever side. I am a realtor with over 30 years of experience, and if you'd like a little bit of insight how I can work for you, try to help save you some money, don't be afraid to give me a call or text. Go ahead, 269-998-2384. I do residential, vacant land, commercial properties, developmental properties, rental, income, you name it. Over the 30 years I've done it. So give me a buzz if you're in the market for real estate in any type of fashion in the state of Michigan, even the Upper Peninsula. Yeah, I go up there too as well. So give me a call and let me see what I can do for you to help you out. Maybe make you a little bit more money and save you some money. So food for your thoughts. All right, getting back. Well, scale of 1 to 10, how important is this defensive drive for the Lions? Get a stop here? You liking the chances? Go ahead and let me know in the comments section below. But I'm going to say this. This drive, I'd say it's like a 9. I might not go all in, but I'm pretty close to it. You need to get Green Bay off the field probably 2 more times this in a row, and you're in a pretty good spot to control this game. Right now, if they go down and score a field goal, I mean, you got some chinks in your armor here. So see what shakes out, though. The good thing about the scoring drive Green Bay did have is Detroit's defense did force them to burn, I want to say 5 or 6 minutes off the clock. So it did its job in that regard. Obviously, we would have liked them to keep them out of the end zone and then the 2-point conversion, but didn't get that. Amazon Music. I have not checked that out and don't really plan on doing it tonight. Tonight, I'm probably not going to do a post-game show. I'll do that in the morning. In case you guys are wondering, I typically do a video in the mornings between 7 and 7:30 a.m. Sometimes I do it from the Circle K in my car. Sometimes I do it from the studio, so just kind of wherever it hits. All right, 54 seconds left in the half. Come on, Detroit. We need a stop. 27-11. Lions lead. Lions got everybody up on line. They smell run, and they're going to hold Green Bay to about 3. We'll see what they say, but I'm going to say 3. All right. Nothing else. Keep that clock ticking. Harvest Moon Ale, Michael says. How many people we still got in the chat? I can't really see on this thing, so let me know. Put something in the chat. Let me know if you guys are still out there. So anyways, 20 seconds left in the quarter. 2nd and 7. Short pass. It's going to be a first down for Green Bay. Detroit's defense. They're not exactly what they were in the first half. Can they get another one off? 3, 2, and no. Well, I guess they're going to let them get it off after the seconds. It's going to be a deep shot, and it's going to be a heck of a play. Well, I thought they hiked it afterwards. I thought they hiked it after it said 0-0-0, but it doesn't matter why I think they let it go. Wow. Well, you were hoping that they would just get them to eat up like 6-7 minutes. Instead, Detroit's defense, Will Harris, got beat deep. Well, we got a ball game all of a sudden, and there's no way around that. I just pulled a Dan Marino there. Got everybody to sleep and just went deep. Well, stop me when you've seen this before. Ugh. Dominant one half, playing scared the entire second half. That's what I would say.
That's exactly the same as near left turbo tortilla chip flippy poppy extra spicy
Hmm.
You're thinking of diced onion tin, ground beef, ricotta.
All right, give me a second while the commercial's going.
And serve.
It's not even a play. That's a big TV recipe.
ZD. With coverage for your whole lineup in the app, it's easy to get.
It's ZD time. Let's go to lunch. You're watching Thursday Night Football, only on Prime.
How much should we next
I'm beat Wall Street at their own game. They thought the money is widely entertaining. Hearing you guys are bankrupt.
No, what?
How much do we lose today?
$1 billion. No money. GameStop story now playing exclusively in theaters everywhere. Put it on.
All right. Sorry, guys. I had to check the phone real quick. And just wanted to see where we're at with things. Because I do have to work tomorrow, you know. All right. So let's... Well, did anybody catch where Green Bay got the ball? I want to say like the 10-yard line. Am I wrong there? So I believe that's about right. And unfortunately for Detroit, you fall asleep. This is what happens. And we talked about it at halftime. You go and celebrate and thinking the game's over. And rarely is it ever over. At least until the clock all says 0-0-0. Well, Dan Campbell and his band of people are going to have to keep doing some learning here. And that's really all I can say about that. And, you know, they're still up 16. You got the fourth quarter, but man, oh man, cannot believe that pass and the lack of defense there. But, by the way, this dumb money, that's something I'd actually like to see. That doesn't look too bad. Looks like something I'd want to see. So, yeah, Packers at the 10-yard line. Well, we got a ball game. Nope, at the 9-yard line. Detroit's defense, man, really needs a stand here. Hold them to 3. But you know they're going to go for it on fourth down. From the 9. First and, wow. Got to get over it. Play the play that's here now. Just loft up. And it's a touchdown. Out of bounds. Whew. Dodge the bullet there. Oh, he's out. He's out with the first foot and out with the second foot, so he's just out. All right, come on. D needs you to make a play. That's simple. And, boy, what is going on here? They're dropping Hutchinson, or is he going to be a delayed rush? No, they're dropping him too. And, wow, wow. Aaron Glenn is, giving them some praise the first half. And then there's the second half. Faking his injury? I don't know. I don't think he faked it. I think he was injured, but, I'm not Brian Branch either. So surprised by this out of Glenn because you had so much success in the first half being aggressive. Second half, you played incredibly passive, and the Packers have ran you over. What did we talk about at halftime? Hey, you beat somebody down. And here we go. Another 2-point try. They get this one. They only need one more touchdown, 2 to get it, and they got it. Oh, maybe not. He is short. So victory after death for Detroit. It's going to keep it at a 10-point margin, 2-score game. Huge possession for Detroit there. Huge stop. I thought he was going to get in, but look at that. Just short. He's down. He's out. Kaminsky with the play there. He is down. Yep, knees are down before he's across. So great stop there for Detroit. Pack fans might not like it, but it's right. His knees are down. The ball crosses after he's down. Yep, I was talking about when it happened. Here's the clock.
Once the game clock hits 0, it's over. It should be shut down on the field by the officials. Final note, it's not a reviewable play.
Not reviewable. How about that? Well, what do you know? Something that favors something that isn't Detroit, and it's not reviewable. How about that? But the other part of that is, you're Detroit, you got to keep playing. So here's what it is. I'd be really watching for onside kicks here. But the other part of it is, Detroit's offense has done nothing this half. And if ever they needed about an 8-minute drive, this is it. 6-7 minute drive, whatever you need. You've got to do something to go down there and put points on the board. And you still got a 10-point lead. But, yeah. Well, this game was over until it wasn't. And that's where we are now. Detroit's going to have to find a way to stand up and keep on going. But, all right. So here we go. Just under 15 minutes. And Lions are going to have to make some adjustments here. They've got to get offense. They've got to get points. They've got to eat some clock. And boy, the little flip pass. It's going to get some yards. Keep that clock going. Whew. It's never easy as a Lions fan, is it? Never easy as a Lions fan. All right, 2nd 2. I'm hammering it at them. And they do. And that'll be a first down, Detroit. Get about 3 more of those, and we're going to feel pretty good about our situation here. What are you going to do? If I'm the Lions here, I'm going to keep running it. Keep killing that clock. Keep moving forward. Fall forward. And you look at the Packers here, they've got a lot of people up in the box. They're aware the Lions are going to try to run it. Play action pass, which Goff is great at. And Montgomery going to get another first down, a little bit more. That's what the Lions needed. Rinse and repeat. All right, so you're doing the first part that you need, which is take time away from Green Bay. It's the one thing they can't get back. 13 minutes left. Nice run by Montgomery. He's going to bring up, we'll say 2nd and 3, maybe 2nd and 2. Montgomery's calling for a sub. Lions, if I'm them, it's 2nd and 2 or whatever it is. I'm just going to keep pounding it here. You're across the 50. You need to keep going. Keep eating that clock. Do everything you can to force the situation. I am not a fan of the shotgun, but in this situation, but you guys already know that. It's going to be a run, and it's going to be a run for nothing. All right. 12 minutes to go. Second and 2. If it's me, I'm still running it here. I'm going to take it down to about 10 minutes left in this game. They got to make up a point a minute. Of course, the way our defense is played might not be as imposing as it once was thought to be. Confusion at the line with the blockers. Green Bay, everybody up. It's going to be a run. It's going to be a first down Detroit and a little bit more. And I'm not going to lie. I'm going to run it this time too. Play action and throw deep. Not expected. I would agree, Coop. But, man, I'm a jaded Lions fan, as you are probably aware, sir. I'm going to do everything I can to just eat that clock. We get field goal just makes it more difficult for them. But, yeah, I'm power package here. We'll see what they do. They listen to you, trickeration, and it's a heck of a catch. Now at this point, run the ball. Run it some more. What are we going to do, Lions fans? What are we going to do? And the Sarge is letting me know that the game clock. Yeah. Game clock did the Lions dirty. Green Bay shouldn't have got that pass, but it doesn't matter. It's history now. You got to move on. You know, that's unfortunately what Lions fans do too much is complain about what should have got called instead of what you should have done. And I know because I've done it a million times. Montgomery, nice run here. Didn't get a ton, but you know what? Got some. And now we're going to be under 10 minutes to go. It's what we need to keep doing. All right, 2nd and 7. Coop, what are you calling here? You called the play action. You got 2nd and 7. Under 10 to go. 2 runs puts you right around 8 minutes. You're inside the 20. Lions just going to keep going with it. All right, so Coop is calling for the screen. Going to be 3rd and about 8. I'm thinking he lost about a yard there. Just not great blocking there by any means by the Lions. 3rd and 9. If it's me, I'm running it. I'll take the 3, and you know what? So be it. Got to get it off. They do. It is another run. It's going to be a pretty decent one. So I'm the Lions here. I'm going to run this down every second I can. Field goal puts you up 13. Or are they going to go for it? Well, you get it. You're in pretty good opportunity to ice this game. Bird says go for it. All right. I'm not a fan of this, but 3 points doesn't make it 2 possessions. Are they just going to try to draw them off? Yeah, I don't blame them. You know, it's 5 yards. You burned off every second you can. The kick will take 2 or 3 seconds. All right. Well, start off by making the kick. Figure 3 seconds off with the kick, maybe 4, then the kickoff takes you right down to 8 minutes to go. I mean, it's going to be a tall task for Green Bay. Not that it's not doable, but you're forcing Green Bay to do what you want them to do on offense. I guess that's the bright side of it. 30-yard field goal should be basically an extra point. Make or miss, though, it's still a 2-possession game. I guess that's the plus side of it. And right down the middle. Well, we all were thinking the Lions would get 40. Still a chance for them, I guess. But, whew, Thursday night football. One a little later.
Yes, please. That'll be $23. Your ad says it's free. Yeah, it is for our economy ultimate passengers who paid extra. I'll just have water. Okay, sure.
All right. Well, got a little bit of a break here. Be right back. Was hoping this wouldn't be that exciting a finish, but yeah, I guess it does make it a little bit more fun to watch all the way to the end, right? All right, give me just a second.
The creator is the best film of the year. Just trying to take care of him. He's the best sci-fi film in the past decade and a cinematic masterpiece. I promise to keep us safe. This film on the biggest screen possible. The creator age 13 now playing.
People, it's recess season. Boo. To build the NFL schedule by hand, it used to take months. Now AWS runs 1 trillion combinations to find the perfect season in a fraction of the time. The NFL analyzes millions of simulations with AI to detect and prevent injury.
All right, here I am. I'm back.
Decide the most incredible players.
I'll take the points too, Black Lion. Yeah, 100%.
The NFL. Imagine
So, like I said, they're gonna get the ball with roughly 8 minutes left. You're up 13. I mean, they got to make up over a point a minute, even by my bad math. The only thing I'm not liking here is, we talked about it at halftime, playing conservative, playing safe. Stop doing what made you successful in the first half. And
This is vaccines made for those.
Glenn's got to learn from it. But hold on, the Sarge is voicing his displeasure in a text to me. Wow. So the field goal is going to be taken off the board. The Lions have a first down. And for the second year in a row, Green Bay, is that the same guy as last year that just walked up and hit like the hit the ball away when the Lions are getting ready to hike it? Does anybody know that offhand? Wow. I mean, good for Detroit. We can, if nothing else, we can burn more clock and make Green Bay's job just a little bit harder. Obviously, a touchdown is got to ice this thing. We'll see what happens. But if I'm Campbell, I'm just running the ball. I don't care. Just Montgomery, just fall forward, buddy. We can, because at this point with the ball, we're going to be able to burn over. Right around 2 more minutes. That's going to take it down to 6 minutes. Even if you still just get the field goal, that is massive because time is not Green Bay's friend. They're going to be in hurry-up mode the entire time. Yeah, I'll have to check on that. I'm with you, Blackline. I think it is the same guy as last year. And at that point, man, if I'm Green Bay, I'm not trying to be mean, but you can't keep doing that if you're a player. I mean, Lions fans love it. But, yeah, that's a run who's going nowhere. And, yeah, they're just, well, here's what it is. Keep that clock ticking.
Getting penetration and making great plays. 93 right here. We've seen Slate make plays.
I'm sure he does, man, because he's got to be like, this doesn't help. I mean, a touchdown if Detroit were to get it, which I'm guessing they're just going to put it on the ground again. As far as running the ball, I mean, there's no way I'm putting it in the air here, but they probably don't listen to me. And they do keep it on the ground, and he is going to be close. I might go for it because the touchdown pretty much ends this thing. A field goal, it's still just 2 possessions. Nothing else. You leave that group out there. Yeah, I'm with you because the math behind this makes sense. If you don't get it, great. Green Bay's still got to go the length of the field. And you're, like the announcer just said, you're down to 6 minutes. You still got to go down the field, score, get the ball back, and then at least get a field goal to tie it. So 100%. And it's going to be a touchdown. Black Lion, I think you and I think alike, my friend. Yeah, that should end the game, I would think. I mean, it would really take a whole lot. 6 minutes left. You're now down 17. Yeah, I'm with you, brother. I'm with you, man. Man. I mean, I get it takes some guts, but if you just look at it from an analytical standpoint, what's the difference between being up 10 or 13? I mean, it's still 2 possessions either way. And this, I mean, now you should have this game pretty wrapped up. Hex, yes. We share the same brain, so I'm going to hold you to that, man. So now if I'm Detroit, man, Glenn, send 4. If it's me, I might not send the house, but I'm sending 5 rushers, turning the offensive line, everything into one-on-one. You're still dropping 6. I'm playing 2 high safeties, telling them, hey, keep it all in front. Keep it all in front. Everybody else man underneath. I mean, if you're sending 5 with the quarterback, they only have 5 that can go out. So maybe, I don't know. I don't think I'd play single high, but we'll see what they do. I mean, they're going to have to make a choice here, Green Bay, what you're going to do. And I guess I'm just being in favor of being more aggressive and not letting them work the sidelines to, preserve clock. But I don't know. There's a lot of things I would do differently than what Glenn does. I was really loving the first half. The second half, sorry, it's the Sarge messaging me. So let's see. Send 10, live Little Wayne at safety. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Love, yeah. Pass rush. I'm probably putting my, McNeil, Kaminsky inside, Hutch outside. And then they're going to have to figure out whether it's Harris, Campbell, or Barnes on the other edge. I guess based on what we've seen, it's probably going to be Harris on the other side. But I guess you could play zone coverage with 2 high safeties, and then you could blitz a 5th. But, hey, we'll see what happens. We can get a pick 6 here. Obviously, that would be phenomenal. Hutch has been a monster, 100%. Agree. Has there been a bad game from him this year? And if you're the Jacksonville Jaguars, I mean, there's a lot of fans that are going, hey, we should have taken Gibbs. We should have taken Carter. Great. Well, we got Hutchinson because Jacksonville took Walker, and I think we're pretty happy with that. Yeah, I agree. Carter and him would have been a monster, but I did a video earlier this week. Maybe you guys seen it, maybe you didn't. I said if we do take Carter, the problem is that changes all the draft behind you because now different people go off the board in different spots. So would you be willing to get rid of Branch? I'm going to say Branch, Campbell, and Gibbs to get Carter. And as well as Branch has played and Laporta, I'm not willing to do it. 2 great players, seemingly great players for one, Gibbs, I think the jury's still out, but the other part of it is, would Gibbs be much better if he was the primary back? And I'd say his stats would probably be a lot better if Montgomery wasn't here to split it with him. So, well, yeah, a 2-for-1 deal. If we took Carter, I don't think we would have gotten Laporta and Gibbs. Yeah, I agree with you. See, again, we're sharing the same brain cell. All right, so let's finish this thing. Under 6 minutes, 5:57. Let's see what happens. Lions do show 4 people on the front. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're sending anybody extra. They're playing coverage. They're going to force everything in front and underneath, force them to eat up as much clock as possible. Green Bay down 17, under 6 to go. Come on. Let's get a pick 6, another sack. As Coop knows, those all help the Madden stats. A little bit of pressure there. Just keep that clock ticking. It looks like, yeah, Detroit's going to play all zone over it. Going to make Love hit some tough throws into coverage. And Detroit's pressure up front is getting a little tired, you could tell. Although we got guys on him. Was that Branch that just... I think it was. And, man, he's just amazing. You know, Black Lion, it has glitched for me. It's not doing it right now, but it has done it a couple different times during this game. See the Lions fans in attendance. A couple of them already starting to text people and focus on their phones versus the game they paid to come see. All right. 2nd and 10. Man, Lions front. I mean, they were relying a ton on the same 4 guys throughout this game, and you've got to believe they're starting to feel some fatigue. Another short pass, another opportunity to just eat up clock. And Branch might be sore after this, but he's out there and he's playing. 3rd down. Love is terrified, yeah. It'd be even greater if we could rotate in some fresh linemen here, which I'm guessing they'll be able to do in a little bit. So getting the 1st down, under 5 minutes to go. While they do have the 1st down, the Lions are getting what they want out of it, which is burning Green Bay burning time. Black Lion, yeah, they need some help. Another defensive end. I would agree. If they could get somebody else to go with Hutch. Deep pass. Well, I think it might be caught. Yeah. And again on Jacobs. Boy, I don't know if he had control, but I guess it doesn't matter what I think. Yeah, he's got it. Jerry Jacobs, you know, if there's a weak spot with the defense, and not that he hasn't made Branch hurt again. It's that ankle again, I'm sure. The good part is that's going to allow some fresh rushers to get in there, but yeah, you got to get him out of there, I'm guessing. I wish he could challenge the clock, too, because obviously that would have got overturned, and that's something I'd be saying in the offseason, the rules, maybe they need to put that in because, you know, I get there's judgment on the play clock, but the game clock, it's zeros. There shouldn't be a play. Yeah, I'm with you there, man. All right. Well, I don't ever want to say it's over until there's no time left, but man, Lions just that big pass, and I'm not trying to pick on Jacobs, but it does seem like that's where teams do go to hit throws. They're not going after Sutton. They're not going after Branch. They're going after Jerry Jacobs, and right, wrong, or indifferent, they're getting it. You know, I guess you can put some lights on the goalpost, and when that clock hits zero, they go off. And then I'm guessing that the refs can all see at that point that the ball wasn't hiked. They got to do something because it's just not a good look for the league. Something like that. Yeah, loud buzzer, something, lights, horn, something. They should be able to do something because, while hopefully it doesn't impact this game, just think about it this way. The Lions end up losing. Does that clock problem become the highlight of tomorrow's talk shows everywhere? Which I guess I'm torn on it because if I'm the NFL, I know people are going to watch no matter what. I'm okay with that clock issue because it's going to put a boost to ratings for a bit. Well, we're going to have, oh gosh, what's his name? I'm forgetting it. The 49ers guy. He'll be playing, I'm going to say, next game, Mosley. And if I get he hasn't played since he's torn his ACL, so it's going to take a little bit. But he's pretty good if he fully recovers. Getting another corner, I think it comes down to what you're willing to give up, at least if you're talking about one that's going to play better than Jacobs. And that's the tough part. Who can you get? Yeah, Mosley, yeah. And he should be back, I'm thinking, next game, but I'm also not thinking he'll be in the starting lineup, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's performing very well. All right, back to at it. Love under some pressure, and, well, that should end the game. And who do you – you can't make this up. We're just calling out the guy at Jerry Jacobs with his second pick of the game. So you know what? Jerry Jacobs, I think, is trying to put a veto on any trade for other corners. Hutchinson needs some help too. I fully agree there. I mean, it's not that some of these guys aren't good; they're just not great. And the problem is, most teams at this level, you've got 2 or 3 great players on one side of the ball. I think the Lions have one great player, and Branch might be the second one, but nobody else on that line. Yeah, interception for him. And the guy everybody's picking on in the Lions secondary is the guy with 2 picks of Jordan Love. So it is what it is. Montgomery with the handoff. He's going to go and just stay in bounds and keep that clock going. Yeah, Montgomery's got to be close to 100 yards rushing. Guess he did get out of bounds. Packers quarterbacks, 4 INTs in 2 games versus the Lions last season. 2 tonight. So, can you believe it that the Lions will have won 2 in a row in Green Bay for the first time maybe in my lifetime? I don't know. I can't remember the last time they won 2 in a row at Lambeau Field. It has been a long, long time. And trying to get Gibbs involved, and man, I'm not trying to get anybody killed at this point. Just run it, get that clock going, get this game over with. Great game, Coop. You're right, steamrolled. We made it exciting, probably more than we should have in the second half, but 3:55. Those refs, they're on those game clocks. Now that the game's over. And now the game clock has got to be reset to 3:55 when it was zeros on the clock. They're not going to worry about that. When Branch went down, I got nervous. You should. I mean, he's a great player, and the Lions fans, we've all seen this way too much, man. Well, I'm going to guess Green Bay is going to get the ball back. So can we get another pick? And wouldn't it be something if Jerry Jacobs got a 3rd pick this game? So, yeah. Green Bay is going to burn one of the 3 timeouts. They're going to have 2 left. I'm going to guess Detroit's going to run it again here. And that's going to leave Green Bay. I'm guessing they'll take another timeout, and they'll leave them with 1. And then roughly, 3 minutes, 20 seconds left. Overall, yeah, I mean, other than the clock fiasco, can you really think of a call that was really bad? I mean, maybe there was something, but it wasn't a ton of them. If you guys do know of a play call that I'm not thinking of other than the end of the 3rd quarter, go ahead and let me know. But, yeah, if Detroit throws it here, I'll be surprised. Take another timeout away from Green Bay. Well, I'm surprised. They're going to throw it, and I guess the good part is he's just going to eat it. So, not really sure what the thinking there other than, hey, you get a chance to get a first down and basically ice the game. But they're talking about in the game Taylor Decker, giving him credit because he is playing with a high ankle sprain, which anybody who's ever had one of those is probably grossly aware that ain't fun. And the fact that he's playing as a starting left tackle in the National Football League, that's impressive. Pass interference was kind of pointless. Yeah, I agree with that. Nothing like a phantom face mask. Man, are you talking about the Aaron Rodgers Hail Mary at Ford Field? I'm guessing that's where you're going with that one. But all right, just keep him in front, man, at this point. And don't want a return here, and that's what he's getting a return, and it's getting a lot longer. 3:32 left. Aaron whining Rodgers, yeah. And Coop, yeah, you're 100% right about that pass interference, and it was on Jacobs, who has 2 picks. All right, so Carolina, bye. Yeah, we've got I think a fairly decent schedule going on here. Carolina, Tampa Bay, Baltimore, Las Vegas, and the infamous bye. All right. Opportunity to maybe pad some stats here. Can we get another sack? Hutch coming in. And that's going to be a sack. Won't be for Hutch, but Hutch helped create the pressure. And Kaminsky's going to take him down. Another sack for the Lions front that, obviously everybody knows first 2 weeks of the season, got none. Then, actually, I take that back. Second game, they got the kind of gimme one against Seattle when Geno Smith, for whatever reason, ran 40 yards backwards. All right. 3:01 left. It's going to bring up a third down. And you can hear the crowd, the Lions faithful in Lambeau yelling, "Let's go Lions." Been a long time since probably any Green Bay fans have heard that. Hutchinson, him, Harris, I guess they got McNeil out. By the way, Benny Brownman right there with the blue hair. Real nice guy. I've met him a few times at Ford Field, and super nice guy. Him in the regular section, you could call it. There's a pass into the dirt by Love. So 4th and 7. All right. Anyone else not watching the Thursday games? Seems pointless. The rest of the Thursday games, I can't think of one that's other than Thanksgiving. I can't think of one that's jumping out at me as a good one. All right, so Packers going to line up for a field goal to cut it to 14, which would be 2 scores. Well, I mean, they're doing what they can to stay around, and he does make it. So, anywho, 14-point game, just under 3 to go. I'm guessing Hans' team needs to be out on the field because, let's face it, the onside kick's coming. Green Bay's down to 1 timeout, plus the 2-minute warning. As long as the Lions recover it here, they should basically ice the game here. They must be so upset in Green Bay. I would agree. And there's a current Lions owner just watching it over. 1 postseason win in the past 65 years. I can actually remember watching that postseason win. Bears, Commanders, blah. Yeah. Let's hope they're blah when we play them, though. So, anywho. Sooner or later, the ship is going to come in. All right. Got to recover this onside kick to end this game. All right. It went to 10 yards and out of bounds. So Detroit's ball. And that should end the game, in all intents and purposes. I mean, Green Bay can still stop the clock plus the 2-minute warning, but I'm going to guess Detroit just going to run the ball 3 times. I'm praying they just run the ball 3 times. And it'd be under 2 minutes when Green Bay gets the ball back. And at that point, man, everybody's going for sacks or picks at this point. At that point, I should say. All right. Next week, Bears and Commanders. Yeah, that's one I'm probably going to pass on. Surprised the Lions aren't in victory formation, but obviously they don't ask me. And Montgomery's going to break one off. Still going. Over 100 yards for him. So he might have been injured a week ago, but he's not too injured tonight. And if Green Bay uses a timeout here, they're just really trying to force things. Well, guard in motion. Montgomery breaks a tackle, nearly breaks a second one, and he could have got a few more yards there. Yeah, he's, you wouldn't guess he's that powerful up top, but the dude's got some strength. Nice run indeed. Nice run indeed. 114 yards and 29 carries. Hey, not taking him out. I'm not gonna lie, if it's me, I might be putting in some of the backups here just to protect some wear on some of the offensive linemen and running back. But that's just me. I'd rather at this point let some of the other people get his prime right now. Yeah. Would Barry Sanders in his prime be what we know him as, though? Because the NFL, we run it a ton, but we are also not the norm. Maybe we are starting to become the norm more. Maybe more and more teams are starting to do it. All right, winding up the game here. So I'm not going to be doing a post-game show tonight. You guys want to catch my post-game thoughts? I'll see you in the morning on my morning show from either the Circle K or the studio above. We'll see what shakes out. 2 minutes ago, Green Bay's still sitting on 1 timeout. Can't imagine they're going to use it, but maybe I'm wrong. I will say this, though. I don't know if Jordan Love is going to be a Hall of Famer, but I think he's going to be a decent quarterback in this league. And especially he gets more reps, develops a little bit more, and gets some of his offensive line back. Lions are going to feel good after this win, but there's also some things they obviously need to work on that second half. I don't like the passive play to start the third quarter on both sides of the ball. Too bad the Saints going to hold on because then Green Bay would be 1-3, and they'd really be in a hole. Lions, first 4 games going to be 3-1. Yeah, this is enjoy your vids, man. Thanks for that, Black Lion. Thanks for that very much, man. Timeout, really? Yeah, Coop, I'm a little surprised by that. But, hey, you get the ball back, I guess, you throw a few Hail Marys, get an onside kick, throw a few more Hail Marys, maybe. Lions here, though, they get a first down, this thing's over. Not going to be a first down, but kick a field goal here if you make it. I'd say Green Bay has very little chance at this point. You kick the field goal and make it a 3-score game, I'd say you have no shot. Lions got too light midway. I agree. That's what we talked about at halftime with the Sarge and some of you guys in the chat. I think we let our foot off the gas, especially on defense. And not that I get Green Bay had a few things go their way with the clock and other stuff, but yeah, I'd still say the pressure you showed in the first half, you backed off on rest of the way. Lions take a timeout, let the clock burn as much as possible. We kicking the field goal or are we going for it? Punt really does you nothing. So TNF talk here. Thursday night football talk. All right. The Dolphins coach, in my opinion, looks like a Marvel supervillain. And yeah, just food for thought there. I don't know. This game closing in on probably gonna be 11:30 when it's all said and done. Lions 3-1. Carolina next. What in the heck? We're gonna go for it? I guess so. We get the first down. We ice it. Hey, vey. I take the points, but hey, I get it. First down, then defense can rest. All right, they put it in Goff's hands. Goff's got it. And that's completion. First down. This game's over. St. Brown, second year in a row. The Lions on 4th, and I want to say 3, are going to go for it and get it in Lambeau Field, and they're going to do the victory formation. Dick, for wanting to knock those dumb cheeseheads off. You're a Lions fan. You're going to hate them. But, yeah, second year in a row, the Lions have victory formation out in the Lambeau Field. And that is 2 years in a row winning in Lambeau Field and 4 straight. Lions, Dan Campbell becomes the first head coach to win 4 straight games against the Packers. So I didn't see the rest of it, but all right. You all have a good one. Thank you all for diving on in and being a part of the show. I'm going to bed. Coop, we'll have to meet up pretty soon, so I'll give you a text. Black Lion, hey, can't wait to see you next time in the chat. And you all take care, have a good night, and we'll see you on the next Lions Talk Live. Bye-bye.